Maogato ang Banay sa Nicolas nun.
Hey everyone, we are back. You are watching MyTV Cebu. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and all other mediums of social media.
Yeah, and you just saw the presentation of Banay sa Nicolas nun of San Nicolas proper, Cebu City, competing in the free interpretation category. Very colorful delegation, and they, of course, showed us that there is really indeed a lot of talent here in Cebu for these events, and we would like to say hi to our televiewers. We have somebody here watching from Cagayan de Oro, Pacifico James Belda. Somebody from Malaysia, Mila Luchavez, is also watching us. From Dumaguete, there's Mark Denzel Tejada. And I already mentioned the one from Kuwait earlier. Then from Bataan, Gerard Pulvera. He's watching the coverage of MyTV of Sinulog 2020 from Bataan. So there's a lot of people who are watching us, and a lot of people waiting for their favorite contingents to come up on stage and present.
I would also like to give a special shout out to my friends from Pagadian City, especially Christian Clyde Ching, and of course my sister who is watching us all the way from Sydney, Australia. Hi sis.
Of course, from the very far place of Mandaue City, my good friend Andrew Chachoy is watching with his family. They're watching our coverage. I don't know, maybe Lee did not allow him to go out. Andrew is like the guy who likes to party. So Andy, hello, and enjoy our coverage of Sinulog 2020.
So actually, I wanted to tackle a little bit on other events that happened during Sinulog week. We talked about Binibini Cebu. But there's also another highlight in Sinulog Festival, which is the Sinulog Festival Queen. And it just happened a few days ago, and we actually already have our very own Sinulog Festival Queen 2020. And her name is Monica Johnson Afabel of Borongan City, province of Eastern Samar.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people who sent messages to our Facebook page are asking, when is Borongan presenting? We're waiting for them. I think they're, let me just go through the list. Okay? So, before them we have Pundok Masadyaon of Toledo City. They'll be up next on stage. And then Lumad Basakanon, also one of the most awaited contingents of Sinulog. Then we have Tribo Bogohanon. Here it is. From Sector 6, they assembled at Careta Cemetery to Barangay Dayasol. That's along Imos Road. Is Tribo Rehak or Raihak of Borongan City, Eastern Samar. So they'll be coming in later on. And I just got word from our friends at the Freeman Newsroom led by Joberth Ocao. And I don't know who else are there. They're watching us. And they just informed me that Police Brigadier General Valeriano De Leon is here at the Cebu City Sports Center in preparation for the arrival of President Duterte. So we're expecting the President in a short while. We also have from Talisay, Gina Caballes. She's watching. Talisay Cebu or Talisay Negros? Or
Basta Talisay.
Yeah, Talisay. Yeah. And Maria Emmy Cartesiano says, she's a proud Cebuana watching from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So,
That's really nice.
yeah, we're reaching out to the whole world. People who would like to connect or reconnect with Cebu, they get a chance to do so by watching our live coverage here on MyTV.
In fact, there was even a time I was based in LA just a few years back. And I remember, like, I saw this book where it said 100 must-see festivals in the world. And, of course, I just kept on going. Just, like, I had no expectations. I just kept on flipping the pages. And I felt so happy when I saw the Sinulog Festival actually being there, and all of the information there was just accurate. Like, it's every third Sunday of January. It's a time for our people to show halad to Santo Niño, and just the fact that they published a book about our festival, including other festivals around the world that are very famous, is such an honor for Cebu.
Even our friends from Iloilo who have their own festival. We have Joel Gabion Havelina who's watching us from Iloilo. So hi to our friends from Iloilo. We hope you enjoy our coverage of Sinulog 2020. So a lot of people from all over the country are really watching and following what's happening on Sinulog or in Sinulog 2020. So, we have a short lull on stage. We can hear some quiet, or I don't know if you hear quiet or you don't hear anything. That's why it's quiet.
Usually this doesn't happen in Sinulog, just so
Yeah.
you guys know. Usually the beat just
Yeah.
keeps on going until the very end. What
Yeah.
else should they expect? Well, like what we
the
said,
next batch
like
of
there's puppeteers.
contingents would be some of the must-watch contingents. You haven't been to Sinulog 2020 if you don't see these contingents like
Yes.
Lumad Basakanon, the Tribu Rehak is something to look forward to. The Tribu Bogohanon of the northern city of Bogo will also be presenting in a very short while.
So it's really good. And there's people watching all over the world, from North America to the Middle East, like in Saudi and Riyadh. There's also people watching from California, Texas, Canada, and the list just keeps on going on. And in fact, I think the places that we were talking about last time where people are watching from different parts of the world, I think it actually became more than what it was this morning, which is really nice.
I think we are growing our viewers.
That's right.
per
I just
second.
got a message from Beth David who's watching.
And she said,
our
"Hi,
coverage.
I'm watching
Beth.
you."
Yeah.
Oh.
Beth David, I don't know from where, but and also from Freeman, from Joburg, the Cebu City Police Director, I mentioned him earlier, Engelbert Soriano, just conducted an aerial inspection of the Sinulog 2020 parade route earlier today, and estimates of the police as of since 10 a.m. there are now about 2 million people on the streets enjoying the Sinulog. That's 2 million people around the Sinulog route. So that's a lot of people, a lot of trash if you're not responsible revelers. So please.
I think they will be naman. Because we reminded them multiple times. But then the thing about it also is that they don't have signal. So baka they're not watching us
Yeah,
either.
they're not watching. So please tell your friends to be nice, to be courteous, to help clean up Cebu. We don't want a dirty Cebu after the Sinulog celebration. So please help out and be responsible revelers. Okay? And by the way, there's a liquor ban 100 meters away from the parade route. So if you don't want to end your Sinulog celebration in jail, follow the law or follow the rules set by the government, especially the liquor ban. Because we have a lot of people who'd like to take alcohol during the Sinulog celebration. They say it's more fun to celebrate that way. But please be responsible enough to take note of the boundaries set by government for that.
So a lot of our viewers are very excited to see our Tribu Rayhak surname. It's like from Borongan City. So our new festival, Queen Jamie, is actually from Borongan City, Samar, Eastern Samar. So we're very proud of that. Actually, I'm from Samar, Catbalogan City.
Oh, I have roots there too.
We have relatives there,
Yeah,
Jamie. I believe so, yeah. So it's very nice to see that Samar is actively participating in Sinulog.
Yes.
And congratulations to our new festival queen. What was her name again?
Here, I actually have it on my phone. No, you said name. That's why I wasn't sure.
She's very gorgeous.
Yeah, and I absolutely love her costume.
Yeah, I kind of look
It's
like
so grand and
Yes.
so stunning and very eccentric. When
And
you look
it's
at the
gold,
detail,
yeah.
when you look at the detail, you could see like a lot of work was really placed in her costume. But to give her a shout out and a congratulations from us in MyTV, her name is Monica Johnson Afabel of Borongan City, province of Eastern Samar. So congratulations, Monica, for winning Sinulog Sinulog Festival Queen 2020.
Yeah, my question is, how heavy is that costume?
Oh my goodness, it could be very heavy.
Yeah.
It's very heavy.
It looks heavy because
But
it is heavy.
Looks like
Yes, it is heavy.
It looks like it's made of pewter. Yeah,
But
but
I'm sure
It's
she
really
carried it
nice.
with grace. Yeah.
And she had like a Santo Nino that's very interesting because it's not the usual statue that you see of the Santo Nino. It had like some sort of like ring around it that makes it look like it has light behind it. So it's really nice. Yeah. But there's also her runners-up. And her court is first runner-up, Jessel Saniel of Talisay City. Second runner-up is Jane Darren G. Henobisa of Karkar City. And fourth runner-up, Natalie Shaw of Pundok, Maupong, Cambihanon. So yes. Oh, and apparently one of the judges for Sinulog Festival Queen is the one and only Carrie Santiago, who is also one of the people that spearhead Bini Bini Cebu. So yes.
Designs our gowns every year.
Yes.
It's actually part of the organization.
well, Carrie is a homegrown
Yes.
designer, homegrown Cebuano talent. He brought Cebu to the world
Yes.
with his ability, with his skills in designing all those
Couture gowns.
of those gowns. But then also we have later on more higantes and more floats. So we're expecting the Life of the Abyss of M. Lulier. M. Lulier's float is also one of the to watch for floats in the Sinulog celebration. We have float number 30 from Face of Cebu.
That is actually a model search which just concluded
Oh,
last year.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you'll be expecting the winners of Face of Cebu. They are actually catering models who are not the typical models like 5'5" above. They're actually catering like the short ones.
The
if
weights.
I may
Alright.
say, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And the younger ones too, yes.
Okay, then we also have floats from Palawan Pawn Shop and Palawan Express Padala. We have another Gigante from the Baruch siblings, the float of Phoenix Super LPG. Then we also have the float of Mega Sardines. We have the Young Lawyers Association of Cebu. They also have a float. Even the Land Transportation Office, led by RD Vic Indek. They also have a float. Then we have the float of Cebu Land Masters Incorporated, one of the sponsors of our coverage.
Yes.
Cebu Land Masters Incorporated. Thanks to Mr. Joe Soberano of Cebu Land Master. And of course, there's another float from Pizza Hut. There's a float from GMA Regional TV, a Gigante from Winston Templado. And by the way, we also have an entry from the Mascara Festival of Bacolod City. They're joining the free interpretation category and they're going to present with those from Sector 6, which are coming in to the Cebu City Sports Center as of this moment.
And I'm really also excited to see Gazini Ganados in one of these floats. I think it's Pizza Hut where she's also going to be in the float with the other Bini Bini Pilipinas winners. So yeah, she really brought great pride to Cebu because we only won this, the Miss Universe crown, Philippines crown, I think only once. And then she brought it back to Cebu.
Cebu,
So
yeah.
yes, it's
I
going to be
think
really
joining
great to see her.
joining her are Patch Magtanong, Binibining Pilipinas International, and Laren May Bautista, Miss Globe second runner-up.
Yes.
Can we ask for pizza from her?
Yeah, let's try to
Contact
contact
Jazzy,
her.
Jamie.
Let's try contacting her so we
Let's
can
bring
have
us pizza
more food
here
in
in
our
the station.
bellies.
No, but there's no signal, so you have to go outside and wave and ask for the pizza.
Yeah, maybe they might be throwing pizza to everyone. Basta not Hawaiian for me, ha? I'm not really a fan of pineapples on my pizza. I still argue about that. But anyways, you are watching MyTV, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and even on Rappler. And we're the #1 searched on Google for the live streaming of Sinulog 2020. And it would not be possible without our sponsors. So give us a time right now to say thank you to our sponsors. We would like to call on not Miss International. My God, that's how much I'm into pageants. Okay. Our sponsors is International Marketing Group, or IMG. Kaiser International Health Group Incorporation, Kaiser Medical Center, Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, Delos Reyes Optical, Cebu Landmasters Incorporation, Philippine Airlines, Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation, and Hyperactive Entertainment. Thank you so much for sponsoring us again.
And that's correct. And if you don't have TV access or you want others who do not have MyTV on Sky Cable, then they could watch us live on
www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air. You can also watch us on MyTV YouTube channel, also in MyTV Cebu Facebook page. Don't forget to like us. And of course in channel 30 at Sky Cable. So like and share to all of your friends who are staying in so they can watch us live today in the studio.
Okay, no wonder there's quiet outside. We just got word that the president is here ahead of schedule.
Oh,
So
that's good.
yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah, we'll probably have some footage of him at the grandstand later on. Right now, we have a few floats passing by the Cebu City Sports Center. So we just see parts of a fish.
Outside.
I can see it's
Yeah, I
so
think that's
colorful.
the Emily Lear float that's passing our area.
I see.
So you can't see it on screen. So after that, we have the Face of Cebu. And then the first group that would present will be Pundok Masadyaon of Toledo City. You know, I used to live in Toledo. We lived in the Atlas Mines, my family. And, well, I think one of the best things about the city right now is that the mayor and I were classmates in grade school. Mayor Marjorie Joy Picson Perales. So yeah, that's why I
you
asked you.
asked me earlier.
How are
so
you
here.
related to the mayor of Toledo? Because she's also a Picson. Yeah.
I see.
I'll find out when I get home. Mom, who's Mary Joy?
Marjorie.
Marjorie.
The mayor of
Marjorie,
Toledo, yeah.
Mayor Toledo.
So we have the president. Maybe we're going to change the schedule later on of the program. We'll just wait for advice from those outside if they're gonna let the president speak before we continue with the parade. So we're waiting for word about that.
Yes, and it's an honor to have the president here because as what we know is that it's his first time actually celebrating with us the Sinulog Festival.
Yeah, well, the first time I was introduced to him back in 1997, the first thing that he told me, "Taga Cebu man po gubay." That's what he told me. I was there in Davao for the Mayor's Cup golf tournament. And then one of my closest friends in Davao, Neil Bravo, introduced me to then Mayor Rodrigo Duterte of Davao. That he told me, "Oh, Mayor, akong kumpare from Cebu." Siya, "Oh, bay, taga Cebu mas ako." So I told him, "Oh, yeah, Mayor, I know." Because one of my colleagues then at Channel 7 Cebu was his cousin, Mr. Boy Ortiz. So, and Boy always talked about him being cousins of Mayor Duterte of Davao. So that's it. Then 2 years after that, I had a chance to play golf with him in they call it the Davao City Golf Club in Matina. I was with a group of sports editors from Manila. I was the only guy from Cebu. So, you know, he's the only president I had a chance to play golf with my whole life. So that was a long time ago. He was still mayor then. So,
But that's really great.
so I think they're calling out some names of celebrities who are here. So maybe they'll call your names next. Yeah, there they are.
Oh,
That's Jericho Rosales. Who's that with him? Is that his son? I believe that's his son.
I love his
Yeah, because
eyeglasses.
I
It's
believe they're
orange.
models of M. Louillier, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's
the
M.
M. Louillier float.
Yeah, that's the M. Louillier float.
Yes, wow. It's the first time I see him in person. Well, not
So
technically.
there have been a few celebrities already that passed
Yes.
by here on the float. I think you saw one
yeah,
earlier through the
earlier
window.
I think I saw Carlo Aquino. They
Carlo
were wearing
Aquino.
soldier outfits.
I see.
Military outfits.
And as you can see right now on your screens, there's a lot of people that are still waiting for the next performance of the Sinulog Festival, the next contingent. And there have been 100,000 people to count as of now, going in and
No,
out
I think it's more than that because the 100,000 count was as of midday.
of midday.
So that was
now
like
it's
about
more
3
now.
hours ago. Yeah. So I think it's much more people now, especially once the sun is starting to set.
Yes.
People would start to go out because they say the fun starts once there's no more sun. So let's just wait and see how many more people would be coming over, of course, security will be a bit tight for those who are still coming over to the Cebu City Sports Center. It might not be easy to find a place to park nearby.
Yes, that's
so
true.
you might not be as lucky as some of us who are able to park just a kilometer away.
Oh my
And it's still a long walk. Yeah.
Well,
So-
like in here in MyTV, everything is always fun and ongoing. We have also activities for you online, like mentioned earlier. We have a photo contest for you.
It's called Snap a Photo. So once again, guys, please share with us your favorite shot of Sinulog 2020 and make sure that it's public so we will find it easily. And include the hashtags MyTV Cebu, hashtag Snap a Photo, hashtag My Channel, Your Channel. The photo winners will receive gift certificates worth 2,000 pesos. A second placer with the best photo wins a Samsung Galaxy A20 model. And of course, the grand prize winner brings home a GoPro Hero 7. And the submission of photos will be up to 12 a.m.
12 a.m.
later.
12 midnight.
Yes.
Yeah, 12 midnight.
Okay.
So by then, guys, the signals will be back. You'll be able to upload your photos.
Yes.
So there's still time after the signal shutdown that you can upload all your photos. Just take a lot of photos now. That's the best way to remind you of your experiences in Sinulog. In the past, it was kind of hard to really remember if you don't have a camera with you. But now everybody has a camera. It's just on your phone. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I see my cousin outside, Margot. Hi.
Hey.
I see my cousin. She's here from Titay's. So there's a lot of people here at the Cebu City Sports Center waiting for more action on the stage. So I can't really see if the president is already there, but we were told that he's already here at the Cebu City Sports Center.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people watching, so
They're anticipating.
maybe it's not in this
not in that
shot,
angle.
not in this angle. You can't
Probably.
see the president here.
Yeah, he
So,
should be
yes.
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But, keep the interactions coming. We have been mentioning the comments live on Facebook. So if you have any other questions or you want to make a shout out, just comment on our Facebook and also like this video and share it with your friends so they can also be active with us too.
Of course, our official web address is www.mytv, that's mytv.ph. So again, our official web address is www.mytv.ph. So you could also watch us there. And shout out to the Alinio family. They're also watching us, watching our coverage. And many more families are watching us from, I think from, this one is from somewhere in the UK.
Oh.
They're watching us also. So, there's a lot of people who really want to enjoy Sinulog.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And for sure, because of this video being shared by you and your friends, it's going to get more people to know about Sinulog and make more people come and visit Cebu. Like mentioned a while ago, it also helps the people in Cebu, bringing business in, and at the same time brings memorable experiences to everyone around Sinulog.
That's right. And that is from a former festival queen
Yes.
of Sinulog.
2013. It was
Can
a
you
long time
show
ago,
us
my
some of the
goodness.
dance steps that you...
Okay. I am not afraid to show my dance steps, but if I am gonna show my dance steps, you have to dance too.
That's what I'm afraid of.
We'll do that after the show.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's another float here. I think this is the Mascara
Oh,
Festival
yes, it
float.
is. How
Yeah.
could I miss
Yeah.
that?
The Mascara Festival.
Wow.
I bet it is, yeah. Look.
So colorful. And look, the people are also dancing at the back.
Oh, there's a bunch of beauty queens. I wonder who they are.
Oh no, this is
This
Face
is
of Cebu.
Oh,
The Face of Cebu.
pala. My God,
Yeah.
so sorry for the
There they
misinformation.
are.
The Face of Cebu.
Those kids are actually ages 12 to 16, I believe. So they are very young models now. Renowned models.
They all look like they're having fun.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
they're having fun.
Well, everybody who comes to the Sinulog would usually have fun, especially if you're on a float. You see all the people, you wave
They
at them. They enjoy seeing you. You also love seeing them. Okay, I think they're now preparing for the presentation of Pundok Masadyaon of Toledo City. So we're waiting for them to... okay, there they are. That's the contingent from Toledo City. I wonder if another councilor... You know, I have a big family. I have so many relatives. I just said hi to a cousin earlier from Liloan. I also have a lot of cousins in Toledo, the Labung Fasil family from Toledo, from my mother's side. One of them is Councilor Jim Gaite, is Dr. Gaite, one of the councilors of Toledo. I always bump into him at the mall. And, you know, when I go to Toledo, I go to their resort. It's like my go-to place every time I visit the city of my maternal my mother's family.
So, Nimrabid and Lou, as you see like the props of their presentation, what do you think the concept is about? I think it's about nature. Like, look at all of that green and that brown, the trees. Like, I'm just very curious what they're going to present to us today.
Yeah.
Well, that should be something to look forward to, especially for us and our televiewers.
Yes.
And it looks like a lot of trees will be shown on stage later on. You know, Toledo is home to a huge copper mine.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
Carmen
okay.
Copper Corporation. But then, Carmen Copper has also been awarded for its environmental awareness. It also got recognized for what it has done to protect the environment. So that is what is important. You know, there are people who are anti-mining, people who
Yes.
would always say that, you know, everything is bad. But then there are also companies that they always bear in mind that, you know, this is the only Earth that we have.
Yes.
And you are Miss Earth.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
we have to take care of it. So, and us, we can do something in our own little way. We could help Mother Earth.
Are they
Okay.
about to start or no? Not yet.
Yes, I think they're about to start.
Yeah.
That beat somehow cues the presentation.
I like it. It's very tribal. But yeah, like what you said about businesses who are very conscious about the environment. You know, I really appreciate those type of businesses because they're not only thinking about the business, but they're also thinking about the community and the future. Because I always tell people, everything that you do, you have to find alternatives in your everyday lives to protect the environment. Because people say she's our mother, but let's face it, she's also our home.
Yeah.
This is the only planet that we can actually live in. And we have to protect her.
You should
So,
also
yeah.
like to remind everyone to segregate your trash properly, especially after the day ends. So bring your water bottles. If you cannot find the trash, bring them with you at home. Find a way to segregate them properly.
I was also informed earlier that there are water stations around the Sinulog parade route, courtesy of MCWD. You just have to bring your water bottle, fill it up there, and you're good to go. This is potable water provided by MCWD for all the revelers today.
Hydrated, yes.
That's
Oh
good.
wow! Look at those.
Look at what are those? Those are birds.
They're birds.
Those
They're
are
huge,
birds.
like doves.
And I think those are wings at the back.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm
Wow.
excited.
I feel like when they're gonna do their presentation, there's gonna be some sort of pop-up surprise that
Yeah.
is gonna be so unexpected. Simply because, like, look at all of the props that they have.
That's really nice.
I really love those type of surprises.
Yeah.
Like when they have those props, it gets me all excited and giddy because I know that everyone can dance and everyone has like really nice rhythm and they have the halad, you know, for the Senior Santo Niño. But the props also adds a lot of flair to their presentation because it really helps them interpret their whole story.
Yes.
Right?
Keep them memorable. Keep them noticed.
And
Yeah.
the props have also evolved
Yes,
into
true.
something that, you know,
Years.
before they just bring props, use it to dance, but now the props themselves could suddenly transform into something else once it's on stage,
Yes.
once they do the presentation. So there's a lot of thought that is given to it. The people who brought this into the choreography, they have also made sure that the props would be something that would enhance their performance.
Yes, yes.
And if you can see what's on screen right now, they have converted the stage into a forest.
Forest, yeah. The entire stage
I
is
know, I
covered.
saw.
That's amazing.
So nice.
This is still Toledo City, right?
Yes, this is Toledo. They're preparing for their dance presentation. They're competing
Is
under
it free
the
interpretation?
free interpretation category.
Free
They're
interpretation.
the 7th contingent, FI number 7.
So we're gonna expect like a lot of movement, probably a lot of twirling and jumping and all of like these tribal moves.
Transformations.
Really gets your body like to move,
I
right?
can't
As a
wait.
dancer.
Yes.
It's really nice.
So we're
excited.
preparing to watch Toledo City's Pundok Masadiaon. That's a happy bunch of people of Toledo. So Toledo is now very progressive. I lived there before, but there was a time when I won't go there because there was nothing happening in Toledo. Now I go there as often as I can because Toledo City is bustling. There are now a lot of things to do there. Aside, of course, from meeting my family and old friends, there's really a lot. And of course, the fact that the mayor is my friend, you know, it's sometimes feel nice to go there and say, "Hi, classmate. Good to see
Hi,
you."
Tita.
So it's not just friend, but it's also classmate.
Yeah, probably related to you. You
Probably
should meet her.
related, yeah.
I'll introduce you to Joy.
Tita Marjorie.
Wow, look at that.
If I'm not wrong, Toledo City is dubbed as the Copper City with a heart of gold, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I've been there like a few times to host events as well. And
it-
of course, their binibining Toledo City this year finished top 12.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow.
She did very good. Kathleen Lawig, she's very beautiful on stage.
That's good.
It's also a gateway to San Carlos City in Negros Occidental. You take a ferry there, so the new ferry takes about an hour. The old ferry is about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. So every time we go to Negros Occidental, we pass through Toledo, take our cars, go to Bacolod, go to the other places. So it's a very nice place to drop by.
It's really nice. Look at those costumes. I
Of
mean,
course.
those props rather.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shout out
those
to my
props.
family, the Lebon Facil family of Toledo. I'm sure a lot of them are watching the coverage of Sinulog 2020. Okay, they're set up now on stage. That's Tribo or Pundok Masadiaon of Toledo City. So we'll hand you over to the people outside.
Contingent number 7, free interpretation, gikan sa Dakbayan sa Toledo. Tribo Masadyaon.
Sancho. Sancho. Sancho.
Tribo Masadyaon sa Dakbayan sa Toledo. Aniya karon miaginod sud na ang float sa Palawan Pawn Shop and Palawan Express Pera Padala. The unparalleled choice of Cebuanos for pawn shop and money remittance. Palawan Pawn Shop, Palawan Express, Pera Padala is a one-stop money shop offering financial services to its suki here in Cebu and the rest of the country. Services offered include international money remittance, payout, foreign currency exchange, remittance to bank accounts, ATM withdrawal, bills payment, accident insurance, e-loading, pawning, and domestic
Just saw
Pera
on stage
Padala.
Pundok Masadyaon by
Palawan Pawn
Toledo
Shop
City.
with-
You are still here with me and MyTV station. This is Lou Dominic Pigzon. Right now with me is one of Cebu's famous or iconic TV anchor personalities, Mr. Dante Luzon.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
Senor.
Pit Senor.
And,
Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
It's an honor, and Pichinyor, ladies and gentlemen, I have to join you here because Nimrod and Jamie had to take a break.
Take a break.
Congratulations!
That's fine.
Wow,
It's
you've
an
been
honor
you've
to
been
meet
up
you.
since this morning.
Yes, thank you. We were here like as early as 7.
What a
So-
stamina! What?
We had to like avoid the traffic. I had to find a place to park. Anyway, Sir Dante, you mentioned earlier that you have been anchoring for Sinulog as early as 1992.
Actually, yes.
That was amazing. So, what are the
Actually,
changes
yes.
that you've seen?
There are a
through
lot.
the
There are a lot.
years?
I've seen a lot of transformation. I've seen a lot of changes because back in 1992, the Sinulog was confined just within the North Reclamation area.
Yes.
Remember the white gold?
That's near SM,
That's beside Robinson's Galleria.
Robinson's Galleria.
The one that
alright.
got burned.
Uh-uh.
All right. So it's just there. And after that, it moved to Ayala. I just forgot the exact year. I think that was about 92 or 93, mid-90s actually, until they moved the Grand Parade, the finale here in
Here in
Avellana.
eventually
Yeah.
here in Avellana. Okay, so you've mentioned like there's a lot of changes, but still, of course, we have anticipated the competitions that we are witnessing this year. Still, like the float competition.
Correct.
Well, has it always been present
Of course.
through the years?
We have the Gigantes, we
Gigantes,
have the,
puppets,
yeah, and
and-
then we have a lot of sidelights. Like now we have the Sinulog Short Film Festival.
Yes.
You have the Sinulog Idol, which we
Yes.
didn't have during our time then. You had the Festival Queen.
That wasn't until what year? Like Festival Queen?
I think
really?
it came into the picture when after Miss Cebu Tourism.
I see.
Because at that time, Miss Cebu Tourism was still on. And when they decided to just scrap out the Miss Cebu Tourism thing, they decided to have the Festival Queen competition
I
instead.
see. So right now we have our very own Festival Queen who have
Correct.
joined us earlier and will be joining us again later on.
And you were the Festival Queen.
I haven't experienced Sinulog Festival Queen,
Oh.
but I did join a Reyna ng Aliwan, which
Okay.
we also send representatives to, right?
Okay.
We send Sinulog Festival Queen representatives to Reyna ng Aliwan. That's in Manila.
Oh.
Then I have competed with Cynthia Tumala. She is actually our Sinulog Festival Queen 2016.
Wow.
So we became sisters in Reyna ng Aliwan.
You know, Sinulog has gone a long way. It's 40 years old, as a matter of fact.
We're celebrating the 40th year.
And,
how does that feel? Like, and up until now, you're still celebrating Sinulog. I mean, that's amazing. I've only started joining year 2013 when I started going college here.
Although some people would say Sinulog sometimes create a lot of, minor problems like traffic. It's not easy to take a ride from your place to the parade route, and after that going home after the festivity here. But that's Sinulog. It only happens once a year in a way, right?
Everyone from around the world actually come to see us. So that's something. I mean, we can tolerate the traffic, I believe, even just for a day.
I can hear the cheer from here because as you see on your screen right now, there are stars.
I see that. That's Bea Alonzo with chocolate, right?
Okay.
And earlier we saw Mommy Janisha in the Palawan float.
Yeah. I'd just like to say hello to the staff of Freeman Newsroom. They're watching now.
Yes, thank
In
you.
fact, thank you for feeding us information.
And
I
for
just-
everyone else who
just
is
like-
watching
yeah,
our
I just
live
like to share
telecast.
this.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Okay.
So we would like to keep on saying hi to our friends all the way from Quezon City, Okesa Chekai, who says hi from our FB live page. So for those who are still curious on what's going on in Sinulog festivities, you can like us on MyTV and watch us live there.
Got an info here that PRO 7 Chief Valeriano de Leon arrives at Cebu City Sports Center to monitor the situation ahead of the President's arrival.
Yes. Which we are
He's expected
anticipating.
to be here at 4 p.m.
Yeah, at 4 p.m. That's like 25 minutes from now.
Yes, and Cebu City Police Director Engelbert Soriano also conducted an aerial inspection of the Sinulog 2020 parade route earlier today.
Yes. So right now on stage, we are witnessing a few of our gigantes. Right now, that's from the Baruch siblings of Mactan, Lapu-Lapu City. Save the area, which reminds us.
Yeah, I sneaked out a while ago, just try to observe what's happening out there. And some of the gates are now locked. So if you are here and you want to go out, you can take the gate right in the middle part of the sports center, because the area here, the gate here is now closed.
See. So earlier, I think it was around 12 noon, if I'm not wrong. There's already like more than 10,000 people here with us in Abiliana, if I'm not wrong with the numbers. And then the sports complex only is able to cater around 5,000 people, according to Sir Nimrod.
The police estimate, I think, reaches, I don't know, more than 5,000 now.
More than 5,000 now, yes. We are jam-packed at the moment. And it'll only get more chaotic, well, not with our policemen around, but when President Duterte will be joining us in a while.
Just bear with the tighter security measures, folks, because understandably, because the president is here. So somebody told me there at the main entrance coming in, they asked the people on the float to get down because they have to frisk them.
I see. So that's not allowed?
Well, part of the protocol, I guess, part of the measures, the stricter security measures. But so far, it's been moving on consistently.
So far, we're having a smooth flow with the program.
Right.
So that's very good.
See the crowd there. Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like looking at the entrance, seeing who's entering the Abiliana Sports Complex. So earlier, we've seen a lot of celebrities like Bea Alonzo, Mami Junisha. Very excited to see them.
Based on what is happening now, ladies and gentlemen, only proves that Sinulog is now the mother of all festivals.
Yes, and I'm very proud to be part of that
Yes,
one. And
yes.
especially you, Sir Dante. I mean, all those years that you've participated in the Sinulog.
Now I'm having back pains.
Having back pain. You're doing good.
Unlike before, I used to walk from Lahug to Abiliana. Now I could never imagine myself doing that. You know what happened this morning?
What happened? Tell us.
My wife and I took a habal-habal motorcycle
Yes. From where?
from our place in Talisay.
Oh, you're from Talisay too.
Yeah, I live in Camellia Homes.
I see.
That's in Lawaan. So we took the habal-habal, and they charge at 150 per person, so 300 pesos.
Okay, not bad.
Sige na lang, sige na lang.
I see.
Yeah, sige na lang. Kay, the call time was 6.
Yeah.
So we came in here a little 5:45, I guess.
5:45.
So I wasn't late.
That's way earlier than how we arrived here. It was around 7 already. But then we're neighbors there, Sir Dante. I live in Camellia Homes, also in Lawaan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I took a ride from Tita Carol. So I got
Okay.
here like safely lang po.
Cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
By the way, after this, the party doesn't end.
Okay, what else are we?
Because after the fireworks display, a lot of parties would begin elsewhere.
I see.
I think there will be a lot of, in other areas, and probably at the SRP tonight. I think there's going to also be a big event happening there. In
So
fact,
the party doesn't end in Abiliana. As long as it's still at Sinulog, it's everywhere in Cebu City.
People had been complaining about traffic because it's Sinulog, but it's part of Sinulog. It's also been traffic has always been a concern since we started Sinulog way back 40 years ago.
So in our live coverage, there are people who are asking us if nag-perform na ba daw ang Lumad Ba sa Canon?
Wala pa.
Wala pa. Actually, they are right up next. So right now, we are still witnessing a few floats from Phoenix Super LPG.
Yeah.
Of course, that's from Mumbling. And right up next is the FI-14, and that is Lumad Ba sa Canon. So wait for a little while, guys. We will be witnessing their performance on stage.
By the way, those who have kids, please take care of your children. They might get lost. You know, see the crowd there? Delicado.
Especially there's no signal. And then please hold on to your children. Don't let them get lost in the crowd.
Yeah. Mas delicado kay, you know, there are a lot of people inside the grandstand at this point in time. Wow.
So we are still, there's still a lot of things that we are about to witness here in Abiliana Sports Complex. So we have still a few floats from Mega Sardines Young Lawyers Association of Cebu. There's also one from LTO, Land Transportation Office. And later on, the much-awaited presentations of Tribo Bogohanon and also from our Tribo Raihac, who has won Festival Queen this year.
I saw the float, the IMG, the paddlers float.
Yes, earlier we saw
earlier
it.
today, and wow, I was awed.
Amazing.
Amazing.
We have really had fun watching that.
Congratulations, guys.
Yes.
And that's another float coming in, passing by.
That looks really nice.
Yeah.
Which one is that? I believe that is float number 38. That is, where is 38? That is First Mass in the Philippines.
Oh, here. Okay.
Limasawa Island, Southern Leyte. Oh, Maasin City. So still from Leyte. That's really nice.
You can see the creativity, no?
Yes,
of
the
these people.
creativity and how it is still higher from
How they mix the concept of the tradition and the new trends and everything.
Oh, look at that!
By way
How the
of-
boat moves. Like it's actually moving. So earlier we noticed that a lot of the floats are like environmental themed,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Correct.
Which also reminds me to remind everyone, please segregate your trash properly. If you cannot find a trash can near you, please carry your bottles with you, at least.
Let's cooperate and support the people assigned to collect the trash. It's not an easy job because I'm pretty sure after Sinulog there will be a lot of, guardrails all over the city. And I'm amazed because the day after the event, wow, the city is clean.
It's clean, yeah. That was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I witnessed that. I had work after Sinulog, so I was like, oh wow, the city is really clear. This is not what I expected. So kudos to those who have participated in the cleanup.
See that?
Look
Wow.
at that movement, the colors.
And the water.
And
The
right up
effects.
next with that is the Mega Sardines afloat. And later on, we'll be seeing more from Young Lawyers Association and LTO. I'm very excited to see what LTO has in store.
What's your most memorable experience as far as Sinulog is concerned?
I mentioned earlier that ever since like 2014, I've participated in Sinulog floats. So far, the most memorable is when we last year when we were the ones who rode with Cebu Pacific because I was still the reigning Binibini Cebu Heritage. I was with my fellow queens, so that one was very memorable. From the other years, we actually danced for the IPI float, which I'm sad to say that they are not participating this year in the Sinulog. So most of the time, I also dance for Sinulog, which is really fun.
Did it ever occur to you that one of these days, maybe next year or in the next following years to come, you would be the lead dancer there on stage?
You mean the Sinulog Festival
Yeah.
Queen? I actually had an offer,
Okay.
to tell you the truth. Like, there, way back 2016, I believe, Tribo Katbalaugan of Catbalogan City, where I grew
Balogan,
up.
that's in Samar.
In Samar,
Oh.
yes. They actually offered
You're from
me.
Samar?
I'm actually from Samar,
So
but
you know how to speak Waray?
Yes, maaram ko na mag-Waray. Balay,
Fluent
nagwawaray kami.
Oh.
Yes. That's why I'm happy to hear that someone from Samar, Borongan City, won Festival Queen. I think that's the first for Samar, if I'm not wrong. Okay. So I had to turn it down because I was still an OJT for school at the time.
Oh.
So I was kind of busy. Yes.
So aside from anchoring the Sinulog and other guesting, what are you busy with now?
Right now, I'm actually working an 8 to 5 job for Kenneth Cobonfe.
Oh.
Yes, who is actually part of the organizers of Binibining Cebu as well. He is actually batch 85.
This set that we're using is
It's not Kenneth Cobonfe. It is actually from Costa Pacifica, Pacific, which
Oh,
we would
okay.
like to thank for having our studio set up here. Very beautiful.
nice.
Okay, right now, what's happening there? Oh, look. There are a bunch of mascots. Isn't that from Star Wars?
Star Wars.
No? No, they're not.
Good
So-
thing we have a.
Yes, it is. Look.
Oh,
Those are-
yeah.
Those are soldiers from Star Wars.
Good thing we have a very good weather today. The
Good,
weather has
yeah.
been cooperating.
That's another thing to be thankful about.
Yes, thank you, Santo Niño, for the
Thank you,
very good weather.
Senor.
Because I remember there were times when we had rain during Sinulog.
Yeah.
In fact, there was an instance that the dancers had to go down and dance on the oval
Yes.
because the stage was wet.
As well. And then the dancers were very, what do you call this? Their makeup were already melting due to the rain. And it was very tiring and very frustrating for them. But still, Cebuano as we are, we still continued. As they say, the show must go on.
Just a little trivia. I mean, just to, backtrack a bit. Sinulog started 40 years ago. But what is Sinulog actually? Sinulog is from the word sulog,
Yes.
which is current of the water. Right? Am I correct?
Sulog,
So,
yes.
meaning 2 steps forward,
One step back.
backward.
Yeah.
So that's Sinulog. Actually, it began as a pagan dance ritual.
Yes.
And then it evolved. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then eventually it became Sinulog.
Correct.
And of course, the phrase that we always say during Sinulog, Pit Senyor, which means
Sangpit.
sangpit sa senyor.
What is sangpit? Meaning you
You plead.
plead,
You
you call
call, yes.
the senior
Yes.
for help, for assistance.
True, true.
That's why it's sangpit. So sangpit pit.
Yes, that
Senyor.
is why we will say Pit Senyor for a very nice weather. And so far, the program flow is going really well.
And also kudos to our MyTV staff and crew
Who are still with us. Thank you so much.
who are still here and been very, very busy for the past few days covering a lot of events. So, power, stamina, determination. That's
Including
it.
yourselves, Tito Dante, no?
I got sick.
During Sinulog festivities?
Past few days, I was ill. I had fever, recurring fever, and I had cough.
Oh, no.
Good thing that, I rested the whole day yesterday. So now I'm a bit okay.
Okay, you're better now. That's good. So you'll be here to join us.
I saved my strength yesterday because if ever I decided, okay, if I want to go to if I go to the station, then I might probably won't be able to join you today. So I saved my energy yesterday.
That's good.
and I decided to
I,
rest.
too, myself, has been having a very hectic schedule, which I rested the whole day yesterday as well after our meeting. So right now, I'm very much refreshed and very much happy to be here today.
So the next performer will be
The one most of the people are waiting for online. People are asking us, nag-perform na ba daw ang Lumad ba sa Canon? Which the answer is no, not yet. They are right up next. Right after we present to you more of our floats, Gigantes. So earlier we saw a very beautiful float from First Mass in the Philippines. And then of course Palawan Pawn Shop, where we saw a few celebrities, Bea Alonzo, just to name, and Mommy Janisha, just to name a few.
Actually, daghang pang floats ang moagi, no? We have, is this float, Regasco Organic Incorporated, Iconic Center,
Organic Incorporated, yes, Iconic Center,
Sugbo,
Axe
Foods Manufacturing Corporation.
We also have one from ABS-CBN.
ABS-CBN has a float also.
I believe that hasn't passed by yet.
Banay. I thought the one with Bea
the
Alonzo.
celebrities?
Oh, no.
That was Bea Alonzo for Palawan,
All right.
I believe.
Okay. And then we have Banay San Nicolas Nun.
Yes, the free interpretation which they already performed earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
And after that, more floats will be coming, and then contingents.
Yes. So earlier we saw the floats from Life of Abyss and Face of Cebu with a bunch of newly named models.
There were consistent winners in the past, like contingents from Masbate, from Aboyog, Leyte, from Placer, from Tangub. I don't know now because I haven't checked the list if they're still performing this year.
Yes.
But these were the consistent winners in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reoccurring names that have performed, like right now, Lumad Basakanon. I remember they have won a few times over the years as well. But something to look forward to are the performances from Tribo Bugohanon of Bugos City. And of course, Tribo Raihak from Borongan City. And of course, a few more floats from Pizza Hut, which we believe will be riding by Miss Universe Philippines, Gazini Ganados, together with her court. Miss Philippines, Binibini Pilipinas International, Patch Magtanong, with Miss Globe second runner-up, Laren May Bautista.
A bit of history. Last year's Grand Parade attracted an estimated of 3.5 million people. This is from the Freeman. Thanks to this. So they've been giving us updates and info.
Great.
So thank you very much.
Speaking of updates, just a reminder for everyone that we have a Snap a photo competition. So here are the mechanics of the contest. Make sure that you share one favorite photo from today's event, Sinulog 2020, and tag us on Facebook, including the hashtags, hashtag MyTV Cebu, hashtag Snap a Photo, and hashtag MyChannel, Your Channel. Make sure that your entries are public para makita namo in MyTV Cebu, and of course, like our page, the winners gets to bring home gift certificates worth 2,000 pesos, a Samsung Galaxy A20 model. And of course, Sir Dante, the grand winner of this Snap a Photo competition, brings home a GoPro Hero 7.
And they can claim the prize where?
They can claim the prize at MyTV Cebu, I believe. Yes.
All right. Okay.
The photo entry with most likes and reactions wins, of course.
Actually, after this, all the winners tomorrow will perform again.
I see.
So here.
Still here in Adelana.
Here. So there will be another thing to watch tomorrow because all the winners tonight will perform again tomorrow.
That's really great.
Right,
so they won't be removing the stage just yet.
Correct. Yeah. And there are a lot of as I said, sidelights, other things that were not included in the festivity in the previous years, like what you mentioned, the contest, and social media plays a great role now.
Plays a great role, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially for those who cannot join us here physically in Cebu City for the Sinulog festivities. So right now, Tito Dante, we are looking at
Tribo Bugohanon.
So they are preparing for their performance.
Is this Sinulog based or free interpretation?
I see. So it's not yet Lumad Basakanon, Tito Dante. It still is Tribo Bugohanon.
Okay.
From Bugos City. So we will now turn over the camera to the stage.
It's Tribo Bugohanon
of Bugos City.
Here we go.
Aniya na ang Tribo Buguhanon.
I am not Daniela Mondragon if I don't do anything. Pagkat pag-ibig mo lamang ang kailangan ng lahat. Walang mayaman, mahirap, lahat ng bagay sa mundo'y baliwala kung puso'y di marunong magmahal.
Mao kadto ang tribo Bugohanon sa dakbayan sa Bugo.
Okay, that's Tribo Bugohanon and
Bugo City.
Bugo City.
All right. So we will be expecting more performances from our different tribos. We are yet to expect the performances from Lumad Basakanon and of course Tribo Raihak of Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
I'd just like to share this advisory from the PNP, though. This was this morning, and I hope this boy has been found already. But anyone who found a child named Ray Boy Pernito, 8 years old,
Oh my God.
wearing pink pajama and gray shirt, taga Barangay Apa, Cebu, kindly report to the nearest police station near you or contact the Cebu City Police Office at 0966-46-52558. So, in line with the celebration of Sinulog 2020, the public is advised to remain vigilant and to immediately report the presence of any suspicious item, person, and activity to prevent any untoward incident during the week-long festivity. Report any presence of suspicious persons, activities, and unattended baggage to the Cebu City Police Office.
I see. So this advice was still earlier today, around 10 a.m. I hope that they found Rayboy already.
I
But-
should hope so.
Yes, but if not, you may contact the numbers that we have mentioned earlier.
Okay, this is another float.
All right, that is
Coming
float
in.
number 17. That is from Cebu Land Masters Incorporated, which is actually one of our sponsors with Advantage.
Yes.
Speaking of sponsors, let us give this time to once again thank our sponsors who are very supportive of
Yeah.
our program today. If not for them, we won't
Yes.
be even having a program today.
We have the International Marketing Group, or IMG,
Yes, we have Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated,
Kaiser Medical Center,
Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation,
De Los Reyes Optical,
and of course Cebu Land Masters with the float we are seeing right now.
Philippine Airlines,
Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation, who also
yes,
sponsored our furniture.
and Hyperactive Entertainment.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
And for those who have decided to watch us live at home, please share our live telecast. You may share with them to your friends and family who are outside of Cebu or who have decided to not participate in Cebu City. It will be at www.livestream.com/mytv/onair.
You can also watch us on MyTV YouTube channel
And of course, MyTV Cebu Facebook page.
and on Channel 30 at Sky Cable Cebu.
All right, so
That's
we
it.
are still live on Facebook right now.
Good thing now you have a lot of options, unlike before in the past.
Yes.
You only have the free TV
Yes.
for you to watch Sinulog. Now, because of social media, you have a lot of choices.
Also, Tito Dante would like to promote our official web address. That is www.mytv.ph. That's mytv.ph.
And thank you for being with us since this morning, because Lou has been on since about, what time did you start?
We started this live coverage at 9 a.m. Which I am very still hyper. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm still good. I could do this all day long.
And after our tandem, Nimrod and Jamie will be back, but we'll still, give you the marathon coverage of the Sinulog until probably tonight.
Yes, we'll still be here up until the fireworks.
Yes,
which
yes.
we are anticipating for later on. But for now, we are still waiting for a few floats and a few gigantes up to present themselves. So earlier we saw Cebu Landmasters, who is probably still outside showing off their float. Later on, we will wait a float from Bacolod City Mascara, who is also participating this year.
In the meantime, let's pause for a break. Our coverage of Sinulog 2020 will be back shortly.
To know more about our projects, visit us at www.cebulandmasters.com. Cebu Landmasters, we build with you in mind.
Okay, welcome back. I'm alone here because my partner is taking a break, but she'll be back shortly. In the meantime, we're standing by for more floats to come in here inside the sports complex. We just had the float from Cebu Landmasters there. That's the float from Cebu Landmasters Incorporated, one of our main sponsors of the MyTV Sinulog 2020 coverage. From there, you have Tribo Ray Hut of Borongan City in a short while. Then another float from Pizza Hut and Bacolod City's Mascara. That's another contingent to perform minutes from now. In the meantime, the Cebu Landmasters is still there. I'd like to remind you that this coverage will last until about 9 or 10 o'clock, depends on the flow of the contingents coming in. And we'll have the fireworks display to culminate this event tonight. Awesome fireworks display. And after that, we have other parties happening outside the area. And another thing to watch is the finale. A lot of people are excited to watch what's the theme of the finale of this year's Sinulog that we had to watch later, but still a long way. Our coverage still halfway through because we started covering this early this morning at about 6 a.m. and then the mass started actually at about a little past 8 this morning with Monsignor Roberto Alesna as the officiating priest, and after that, boom, that opened the Sinulog 2020 with Mayor Labella announcing it opened officially this morning. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We have the International Marketing Group, or IMG, Kaiser International, and Kaiser Medical Center, Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, De Los Reyes Optical, Cebu Landmasters Incorporated, Philippine Airlines, Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation, and Hyperactive Entertainment Hi.
Sorry for that. Tito Dante. I had to go to the restroom.
It's okay.
All right, so earlier I saw comments that I actually made a slight mistake. Binuhay ko daw si Chocolate. That was actually Pooh with Bea earlier. I think I said Chocolate, which I meant Pooh. How can I forget? Pooh is my favorite character. So anyway, Tito Dante.
So, are you now recharged and refreshed?
Yes. I think it was just because I mentioned Chocolate. I think I just needed a little comfort room break.
You know, in a live performance, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And that's where the anchors come in to fill in the blanks. And, you know, like, if you're here and you'll see what's happening behind the camera, you'll be amazed to see that sometimes there's chaos right in front of us. Like the Florida would say, stretch, stretch, stretch.
So right now, who are we waiting for on stage, Tito?
This is...
Is this Lumad Basakaran? I believe it is. Because earlier we missed their performance.
City government
Is it?
of Borongan.
We had Tribo Bugano.
I see.
That's Tribo
Raihak.
Raihak
Raihak. I see. So the one that
from
are...
Borongan City.
Yes, the netizens have been waiting for. So a lot of
Tribo
people
Raihak.
online have been asking us, nag-perform na ba daw ang Tribo Raihak?
That's it.
Your answer is, in a short while. They're
So
still
whatever
preparing.
happened to Lumad Basakanon?
Yes, I wonder what happened to Lumad. There's also a lot of netizens waiting for their performance.
Yes.
But
So-
anyway, there's still a few flows that we've been waiting for, especially the appearance of Miss Universe Philippines,
Oh.
Zini Ganados. Yes, Tito, I
Oh.
mentioned earlier. We are expecting her to be at the Pizza Hut float. Because Pizza Hut is actually a big sponsor of Binibini Pilipinas. So we just anticipated that. Together with her will be Binibining Pilipinas International, Miss Attorney Patch Magtanong. And-
That's great.
Yes, there's a lot of beauty queens, TV personalities who are joining us this Sinulog time.
I could really feel the dedication, the support of people, and their faith in Santo Niño, because since the start of the Sinulog week until today, all events happening before the Sinulog Grand Parade are jam-packed with people.
I believe this year is one of those years that has more devotees joining us, right? Because I saw pictures like from the procession yesterday. I believe there's like 2.3 million who have participated in the procession. One of which was my mother, who actually did participate.
Yeah.
And she said that there's a lot of people. It's kind of hard to find a ride home.
In fact, a lot of people from the provinces
Yes.
just, has to come visit Cebu City just for Sinulog because of Santo Niño.
Yes.
Join the procession.
Yeah, a
to
lot
walk
of
with Jesus.
tourists as well. From all over the world.
Actually, Sinulog now becomes an income-generating event also for the city.
True.
Tourism and the economic aspect of it. So this Tribo Raihak from Borongan City, where is Borongan actually? That's in Samar.
Eastern Samar, yes. Neighbors na namo Tito.
Ah,
Yes, from Borongan City. So, maupay nga kulop pa iyong atanan. Dito
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Samar.
Pero ingon sila ang waray sa Samar o sa Tacloban na gamay nga diferensya.
Naigamay Tito, pero magkasinabot yapon.
A matter
There's
of
slight
lang
lang
choice
yun.
of words.
Yeah,
or no.
ano.
Oh, yeah.
And then a few people from Tacloban already understands Bisaya, just a few of them. Kasi Leyte and Tacloban City. Tacloban is in Leyte na.
Yeah.
So it's part of Leyte
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Yes.
So meaning Calbayog, Catbalogan, Borongan, still waray.
Still waray.
Okay.
Waray gyapon Tito. Yes. So right there on stage up next is Tribo Raihak from the
This is
province of Eastern
Tribo
Samar,
Raihak.
city of Borongan. So we will now turn the camera. Well, not yet. They're still preparing.
City of Borongan. I haven't been to that place.
I think, but it's not like we stayed for a long time. Murag ni agi-agian rin namo. Padong asapol.
The only place I've been to in Eastern Visayas is, well, I've been to Tacloban
Tacloban.
and Palo.
Palos, that's still in Ortega. You've never been to Catalogan dito?
Haven't been there.
You should. If ever you'll find yourself there, just let me know.
Oh, yeah, sure, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. That's Tribo Rayhak from Borongan City, Samar.
Free interpretation, contingent 1 from Borongan City, Eastern Samar, Tribo Rayhak. Ito ang Tribo Rayhak sa Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Tribo Rayhak. Ani ay laing float nga miaginod karon.
So that was Tribo Rayhak from Borongan City.
Borongan City. Nana sa ilain nga nawala. Wait a minute. Anyone who found the following persons: Lahara Kate Sato, 14 years old, female, taga Valladolid, Carcar, Cebu, wearing black Sinulog shirt, faded maong, short pants, hair shoulder level, with colors.
Hair with colors.
Okay. And si Ian J. Huevesano, 18 years old. Dagko naman nawala pa ni. Address, taga-Hagnaya. Kindly report to the nearest police station near you. Nearest police station. Nearest police station.
Nabalaka in town siguro ang mga ginikanan.
Yeah.
So, kalayo pa from Valladolid.
Ang gusto taga-Hagnaya. Where is Hagnaya? That's in the north? Okay. North. And to the Belda family in Cagayan de Oro, I think they're watching now. Hello, James. Pichinyor.
Pitsenyor. Also from a few friends from Australia, Melbourne. My sister is in Sydney.
Ah.
So, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. People from Melbourne, Australia says hi.
This is one thing good about our coverage because we're global. So you can watch us wherever you are in other areas of the globe, as long as you have the internet, and you can watch us on these following sites: www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air, our MyTV YouTube channel,
And of course, the MyTV Facebook page.
and we're also on Channel 30 at Sky Cable Cebu.
All right, so we have just witnessed the performance of Tribo Rayhak from Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
Daghan whatever happened to Lumad Basakanon. I really don't know if they're performing or not.
We still haven't heard from Lumad Basakanon. I hope that they will be able to join us soon. But right now, Tito, we are witnessing the Pizza Hut float, which we'll be seeing later on if our Miss Universe Philippines Gazini Ganados really is joining them.
Time check, according to my timepiece, it's 4:30. I hope this is synchronized.
Yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because mine is
So-
also 4:30.
Meaning we still have a long way to go, actually. And you ain't seen nothing yet, because when it gets dark and we have the lights on, you would appreciate the dances, the performers better.
Yeah, so we will be able to finish around, I don't know, Tito, like 8-ish, 9?
8 something, 9 something.
Yes,
yeah.
because we'll still be witnessing the fireworks later on.
Yeah. And after here, are you going straight home or?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be meeting my friends and family.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So after here, I'll still be,
Still enjoy the Sinulog
still
spirit,
fever, still there. I think it will still be there for the whole week.
Yeah.
All right, so later on, we will still be waiting for Sinulog-based performances
Yeah.
from Talisay City Central School and Talisay City National High School.
Okay. I anticipated the problem of getting a ride on my way home after the coverage, but ako nang gi-accustom mga akong
How you're gonna get home?
kaugalingon
After here.
how to take a
True,
ride.
true.
My wife and I, because magdala ka car, you have a vehicle with you. The problem is where to park.
Yes, that's true. That's why I got a ride going here. Oh, there it is, Tito!
Okay.
Pizza Hut float with our very own Miss Universe Philippines, Gazini
Wow,
Ganadas.
wow, okay.
Together with her, our Miss Globe, second runner-up, Laren May Bautista.
She's from Talisay, isn't she?
Gazini is. Yes.
Yes.
Actually, we're neighbors, Tito.
Sa Camellia Homes?
Sa Camellia Homes,
Oh, yeah.
sa may
I didn't
Hacienda
know.
Dapit. Oops.
Hacienda, there, up. Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's out in the open na. Sabi ko pa yun. Okay.
Just don't give them the house at
The
number.
house, yeah,
No.
that's too precise already.
Yeah.
And I believe with them is Binibining Pilipinas International Attorney Patch Magtanong.
Okay.
So that's wonderful that they get to join us this Sinulog. I actually saw a post earlier that they are arriving. So
Is our signal still off now? Okay.
there's still no signals. as of-
And no word yet if the president has arrived.
True.
Huh? Is he here? Not yet. Okay.
Okay, so we are also still waiting for the arrival of the very own President Duterte.
An hour ago, I was there standing, and suddenly a lady gave me a hug. I was shocked, and then I learned it's Dulce, the singer.
Oh, how do you know her?
We're friends.
Wow.
And then she'll be performing, I guess, in a little while.
Performing or she
Also,
already performed?
I'm
didn't
not
know
sure.
this.
But she's here.
She's here.
Oh,
That's
she's here. Or she
nice.
was here. I'm not sure.
Okay, another thing to look forward to.
And this one is from.
This is the float from, well, it says Descendants of the Sun. Is that, who is that?
Atong gipahibaw sa atong mga kahigala.
Anyway, it's from the, I believe Descendants of the Sun is like a Korean
Yeah.
telenovela, Korean series, which I believe we made a version, we made it into a telenovela.
All right.
With
There was
our
a
local
Korean
artists.
contingent that performed this morning.
They did, yes. They're from, what do you call this one?
The guest of
They're
honor,
called Taegyuk,
Mm,
Korea. They are actually a guest contingent
Okay.
from, well, it's a mouthful, dito.
Yeah.
It's Yobo Daesongro.
Sio Buday Shongoro Chonchensi Korea.
That's the only word that I'm sure of.
Anyway, so,
I see. I believe that is Andre Paras.
okay.
So for Descendants of the Sun, I see.
Now you have to guide me with the celebrities because I don't know them.
I already made a mistake with two.
The chocolate.
I will try my best
Yeah.
to recognize these celebrities. All right. So I'm sure that's Andre Paras. I remember him from Diary ng Pangit.
Okay.
He was
And-
James Reid. He was with James Reid and Nadine Lustre.
Okay.
All right. And a few other celebrities that we failed to see on camera.
You know, I think the grandstand is filled up to the rafters now.
I think so, yeah.
More people are coming in because
But you
some.
said the gates are closed na ba, Tito, to the public or not yet?
Which one?
The gates are closed already?
Not quite sure. Not quite sure. But with the president now expected to be here in the moment, I think there will be other areas that will get to seal because of the president's arrival.
So we are still waiting for President Rodrigo to arrive
Okay.
and share with us this prestigious event.
More floats are coming in.
So a lot of photographers. Speaking of photography, Tito, we'd like to remind them again of our Snap a Photo competition. So again, everyone, share with us your favorite photo that you have taken today during our event, Sinulog 2020. And make sure that you include the hashtags, hashtag MyTV Cebu, hashtag Snap a Photo, and hashtag MyChannel, your channel. Entries must be public for us to see them and to be entered into the competition. And the photo with most likes will be winning gift certificates worth 2,000 pesos, a Samsung Galaxy A20 model, and of course a GoPro Hero
So
7.
join now. Is there a deadline or what?
Yes, the deadline is up until 12 a.m. later
Oh,
on.
okay. So
January
we still have
20.
time.
Yes, so
So-
competitions will still be up until January 20, 2020.
Grab this opportunity. Are you into photography also?
I like photography, but I'm not really like the professional type. Like I don't use big cameras, just
Okay.
with my phone.
Because there is also a Sinulog photo contest.
Yes, it is. There is.
Yeah, and I think the entries, the photos will be exhibited in one of the malls in the city.
Most of the time it's in SM.
SM, I guess. SM.
Yes, I have a few photographer friends who always join the Sinulog photo contest. So good luck to my photographer friends. Okay, right now on stage we have.
That is.
Who are we up on stage right now? Is that Talisay City? Bacolod. All right, so that is our free interpretation number 6.
Bacolod City, that's Mascara.
Mascara Festival. So please watch this.
Suguran ang pagsinadya, mas kalamo, suksok sila hagada. Kay diri lang sa Bacolod nila makita, luhom sa maskara, nagasiling magsinadya. Kalita suguran ang pagsinadya, mas kalamo, suksok sila hagada. Kay diri lang sa Bacolod nila makita, luhom sa maskara, nagasiling magsinadya. Sa Bacolod, pag di mo masaksihan ang pagsingadya na hindi mo malipatan. Iba sa Bacolod noon, sa syudad niya nagayhon, alin na ang Panginoon sa tiyahon ng selebrasyon. Nalintas sa Bacolod, pag di mo masaksihan ang pagsingadya na hindi mo malipatan. Iba sa Bacolod noon, sa syudad niya nagayhon, alin na ang Panginoon sa tiyahon ng selebrasyon.
Festival of Bacolod City, Negros Occidental. Anyay laing higante entry.
Oh, this is such a beautiful place.
Yes, maybe this year.
Yeah.
We'll witness Mascara Festival.
And ako ba, I could just imagine the other town contingents coming in with all the props from their hometown, the costumes and everything, and looking for a place to stay, looking for the place to rehearse.
So they have to bring their home talaga here in Cebu, which they are very happy to do, I'm sure.
And one thing good also is they have the support from the local government units. In fact, there were sinulos in the past that even the town mayor came in with the contingents.
Yes.
Just to give, support to the group.
And I'm sure halad po na nila
Of course.
for the senior Santo Niño.
Yeah.
Right now on stage we have the Gigante number 4 from Winston Templado. And later on we will be witnessing again the performances. The Sinulog Base number 10 by Talisay City Central School and Talisay City National High School.
And we would like to commend also our police force because so far no untoward incident happening since the start of the festivity until today. And the Santo Niño is up there guiding us, helping us.
That's very good. Okay, for now, Tito, I'd like to mention a few shout-outs from our FB Live.
Okay.
So there's a lot from Talisay City, Poblacion Talisay.
Are they watching?
Yes, they are watching
Hi.
right now. Shout out to Rian and Ate Jaja. Pitsenyor from CDO, Cagayan de Oro, James, Jason, Jasmine, Marsing Belda. Shout out from our friends from Tabuelan. We have families Mayol, Gordo, Plania, Ginita, and Bragat. We also have a lot from Alberta, Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a lot, Tito, like all over the world.
And hello, Sir Bobby Avila. He's still watching here.
Oh, wow! He tagged us. Thank you.
Hi, Sir Bobby. We're okay. We're okay.
We're okay here, pa. And of course, there's a lot from Borongan City, which are very proud to see their contingent performing.
How do you greet the people in Borongan in your dialect there? Pichinyor, Sinulog, welcome to Cebu, etc. etc.
Maupay nga kuno pa iyo nga tanan, mga taga Borongan City. Adi kita yan na live, Abiliana Sports Complex.
Wow.
So, nalilipay ako pagkita nga may kita mga bugto. From Bugto. That's Igsuon, Tito.
Bugto?
Bugto.
Ah, okay.
Pwede kita mga friends and family who are performing here now in Abiliana. Makes me very proud. Yeah. And of course, our friends from Bacolod. I'm still very happy to see them here.
Sa mga kasimanota da sa Bacolod, kumusta ka mo? Pichinyo sa inyo da. And don't worry, kaya mga abyantari de, nag-perform sila representing Bacolod and very, very good performance. Congratulations sa mga taga Bacolod.
Okay. We have a lot more viewers from San Carlos City, Cherry May Langido, if I'm not wrong,
yeah.
yes. Of course, all the way from Taguig City, and a whole lot more. Okay, there's a lot of people who are very happy to be seeing their contingents perform.
You're watching our marathon coverage, MyTV coverage of 2020, Sinulog 2020. We're live on this following channels, www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air.
We are also on MyTV YouTube channel and MyTV Cebu Facebook page,
and
of course.
Channel 30 and Sky Cable Cebu.
Thank you so much.
So just hold on there because we're not over yet. We still have a long way to go. And later on, we'll have the fireworks display.
And there's still a whole lot more floats and gigantes to be presented later on. So we are still part of Sector 6. That's from Careta Cemetery to Dayas Barangay Hall. Later on, we will be witnessing entries from
Get
Sector
aware
7.
that President Duterte will be coming in shortly, and he'll be giving a short address to the people of Cebu as he joins the celebration of Sinulog 2020.
Joining us here?
I should hope so.
Okay, that's getting me a little anxious.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a lot more, Tito. Like from Sector 7, we have a whole bunch of Gigante entries.
We have here from Air Swift, Tribu Aguila, except for Kulturang Panglawanon, which Sinulog based, the rest puro float and Gigantes.
Oh, look, we have a Sinulog-based performance later on from Santa Catalina Negros Oriental. Yes, I saw...
Pakol Festival.
Yes, I saw people commenting, Nus Abadaw mo perform ang Santa Catalina. Later on, we'll be seeing them.
Okay. So, actually, based on the figures here, the out-of-town contingent, Sinulog-based, and so 2020 we have a total of 31. That's from out-of-town. And then for the participants of Sinulog-based, we have a total of 105 all in all.
That's amazing. So we see there's a lot of places all around the Philippines who are actively participating in the prestigious Sinulog Festival. Which are very thankful for people who are giving their halas to.
That's Mayor Lavelle over there.
Yes, there we see Mayor Edgar. Quite very busy today.
I know.
Earlier, he opened our festivity today, no? Together
Yes, this morning.
Together with his Vice Mayor, Mike Rama.
And Governor Gwen Garcia.
Gwen Garcia.
Three of them on stage, declaring the Sinulog 2020 officially opened. And now we're here giving you this video, blow-by-blow account of what is happening right there on stage as we wait for the next contingent to perform.
How about yun?
Is that Vice Mayor Rama? No. With his beret hat?
No, I believe that's not Vice Mayor.
And that's Rabi Layuman there. I see him.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a quick trivia, Tito, that's been shared in our live telecast. This is regarding Eastern Summer again. So, for those who are not informed yet, our new Festival Queen 2020 is actually Monica Afable from Borongan City, Eastern Samar. So they also won Festival Queen in 2007. Miss Rose Jane Tunayan, White. She was actually first runner-up, but then the reigning queen got disqualified due to she didn't perform daw as a lead dancer. That's why the crown was given to Miss Rose Jane, who was the first runner-up at the time.
That's really very interesting information.
And now this year, they really did win the crown, Tito, by Miss Monica Afable.
Anyway, there will always be another opportunity next year if ever you don't make it now. Or
well, that was still way back 2007 man, Tito.
Okay. Yeah. So at least...
So the role yun talaga of a first runner-up is important.
Yes,
So as they say in pageants.
Yes. I remember, just like I said, way back, we had Miss Cebu Tourism.
Yes.
And then after that, it became Miss Cebu.
Miss Cebu, and then
now we have the Binibining Cebu.
All of which I'm sure are very proud to, and just brings pride to the entire province of Cebu.
What is happening here and there? Is this a security briefing or what?
I think they're having a little briefing. So anyway, we'd like to... While waiting for President Rodrigo Duterte, I would like to get this chance to thank our sponsors once again. Tito,
International Marketing Group, or IMG.
Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated.
Kaiser Medical Center.
Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation.
Los Reyes Optical.
Cebu Land Masters Incorporated.
Philippine Airlines.
Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation. And
Hyperactive Entertainment. Thank you very much for the support. There is another float.
All right, we have float number 42. Float
And-
number 42 is from AirSwift Transport Incorporated.
And the floats got stuck in the traffic.
Yeah. That is from Pasay City.
Oh,
dito.
yeah. Okay.
So that is their entry, which is like, what was that? Like an airplane? No? Because it is AirSwift. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
AirSwift.
There's an airplane on top of it.
That's really nice. And
Yes.
of course, the image of Santo Niño.
Yes, yes. That's always be the case because Sinulog, whether you like it or not, no matter how put trimmings and other colors, still Santo Niño there
Yes,
prevails. It
there
should
is
be
still.
Santo Niño should be on top of everything.
Yes, he is everywhere and everything. We are precisely celebrating him today.
Yes. That's why there were a lot of comments like, let's avoid too much commercialism for Sinulog.
True, true.
Because actually, the essence of Sinulog is Santo Niño
Yes.
to begin
Also
with.
reminding most of our friends to dress appropriately because, like you said, this is actually the celebration of the baby Jesus.
Correct,
Santo Niño,
correct.
right?
The, mir-
And, yes, Tito.
the miraculous child.
The miraculous
Yes.
child, Santo Niño.
Yeah.
Everybody is here to make halad, no? Is that right?
Offer. Yeah.
Raiha kana sila. Oh.
In what is halad?
Halad is like
It's
oh my gosh.
offering.
offering oh my god, I got tongue twisted. All I can think about is raihak, which means merrymaking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they called a tribo raihak in Moragan
Raihak.
City.
I'm just curious what's happening down there.
Oh, we see Mayor Edgar over there. I think they are already waiting for the arrival of President
okay.
Rodrigo Duterte, if I'm not wrong.
That is why it's a standstill.
Well, on the screen right there, they are announcing
And
float
nothing is
number.
happening except for the float that passed by.
That was AirSwift. Next up is the float number 31. That's from Tribo Aguila. Kappa Omega Sigma Lambda. So from Sugod.
The
Cebu.
president is expected to be here kaganina pa until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I wonder
And
what happened. Maybe traffic.
It's almost 5. There's another float.
There. I believe that is from Tribo Aguila. With the feathers, I just recognized.
Okay.
Maybe. So Tribo Aguila is from Sugod, Cebu. Later on will be, yeah, I believe so. Look at the
Yeah, that's
logos.
it.
That's
Yeah.
an eagle. And then later on, we will see a Gigante entry
another
over
one.
there. Yes,
There's
that
another
is
one.
from Celso Ampalayo of Mabini Street, Cebu City.
Well, the president must be on his way now. He's expected at 4, but
Yeah, it's already been an hour. Most people are asking us now, where is President Rodrigo Duterte?
the last Sinulog I covered when there was a president who attended, I think was in 2014, when Noynoy Aquino was here.
I'm sorry, Tito, what was that?
2014, I guess, when President Noynoy Aquino
During
attended.
Sinulog.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. But he came in the morning.
Oh, he didn't, did he stay the whole day
Nah,
with us?
nah.
No, he didn't, yes.
Stayed on for about 15 to 20 minutes.
He participated in the, what do you call this? The
He,
procession? Or was that
I don't remember now, but I remember he gave a short speech
a source?
during the yes. And after that, he stayed on for a while, maybe about 15 to 20 minutes, and then he left.
I see.
Yeah.
So a quick shout out again. There. A few shout outs from our friends who are watching all the way from, in Alexandria, Egypt.
Huh?
Yes,
Ooh.
Pit Senor
Hi.
from Lenny Selmer Crew. They are watching us all the way from Egypt. Wow, hello guys. How are
Nice.
you? There's also a shout out to Team Garcia, Jera Jana, Jace, Jandre, and Addy. What happened to Addy? Bakit hindi na siya Jay? More power to MyTV. Pitsenyor.
Thank you, and thank you for watching since we started this.
Yes. Also, the Bisdaks here are from Singapore, Tito. Wow. We are really international, going live international.
We are global. That's the thrust now, going global.
Our coverage have gone far.
Yes, that is why we are maximizing all our social media platforms
True.
for you to watch wherever you are.
Amazing. Of course, we have more from... Oh, there's one from Bahrain. Shout out to the Moro family, says Trevor Moro.
My daughter is now, she's watching.
I see. Wow.
She works in Bahrain.
And from Doha, Qatar, there's more from Canada. So, hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Don't forget to share our live coverage to your friends and family.
Technology makes the world smaller and smaller because of communication.
Here, for our friends who cannot join us here today.
It's so amazing. You get text from people from other parts of the globe, which before we don't, we don't have that kind of communication access.
We still have to write letters, which takes us months to arrive, right?
There's another Gigante on stage.
Okay, so
That's from Celso Ampalayo, I guess.
Yeah. From Celso Ampalaya. That's Gigante number 5. That looks like one of the what do you call this? Soldiers, if I'm not wrong, Tito, from the Spanish times.
Oh yeah, what do you call this? I forgot the term.
Forgot the term.
Slipped off my mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at the crowd.
See?
Wow.
It's more jam-packed now than we saw earlier.
Grabe na, no?
And some people are not even seated pa.
Oh.
It's great.
And more people are coming in.
I believe so, yeah. There, a huge banner that says, welcome to our very beloved President Rodrigo Duterte. Later on, Tito, more performances from the Pacol Festival of Santa Catalina Negros Oriental.
That's in somewhere there from Dumaguete, because I stayed in Dumaguete for 2 years.
Wow.
And then, I was assigned there. I was with the other network then at that time. We used to cover that area when I was with the news organization. Santa Catalina, Gihulungan, especially during the time when the rebel movement was still strong, and there were a lot of problems, the insurgency problems, but now it's okay.
I do have been to Dumaguete recently. Oh, sometime last year. Yeah, just to visit friends.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Sa tanan taga Dumaguete, Pitsenyor ninyong tanan, and let's pause for some commercials, and after that we'll be back for more here on our coverage of Sinulog 2020.
Miss Ina Natuto, 28 years old, call center agent.
Wow, ang bongga! Sentive commission! Ang dami kong blessings!
Cannot save? Don't know how to save? IMG. We educate. We care.
Kaiser Medical Center Incorporated Clinic and Diagnostics, the medical services arm of Kaiser International Health Incorporated Philippines. It brings the best of healthcare closer to the reach of its valued clients with its wide array of diagnostics and medical care services. Kaiser Medical Center Incorporated Clinic and Diagnostics provides high-quality care as it continues to work to live up to its clients' expectations.
There are acquaintances, and there are people you can connect with deeply. There are moments of relaxation, and there are moments of pure bliss. There are airlines that bring you to places, and there's an airline that makes you feel the warmth of its people. Fall in love with the best of the Philippines. With Philippine Airlines, the airline with more heart.
MyTV presents Sinulog 2020. Senor. The MyTV 2020 Sinulog coverage is brought to you by IMG International Marketing Group, your total financial solution. Kaiser Medical Center Incorporated, caring for everyone. Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, the best way to show your love. Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated, the first name in healthcare. De Los Reyes Optical Clinic, an eye for excellence. Cebu Landmasters Incorporated, Philippine Airlines.
Niana kita karon nining adlaw sa Fluvial din pipila ka oras karon o sugod ta paglawig niya mapasalamaton kita sa batang balaan gumikan kay gihatagan kita niya karon o manindot nga panahon.
Sa
sa mga dibutos ng Senyor Santo Niño na naa sa nagkalain lugar. Amo kamong iadusong pag-ampo samtang maglawig kami dinhi sa kadagatan. Labi na gyud ang atong mga kaigsunan nga naginahanglan og pag-ampo ug giya sa to ang makagahom nga amahan ato makaigsunan nga mga masakiton, makaigsunan nga puno sa problema, puno sa mapagsulay, kamo kabahin sa mo ang niining mong sakripisyo nga paghahimuan karon. Salig o pagtuo kamo, padayon si pagtuo kan Senyor Santo Niño, kay siya mo'y tag-iya na tong tanan o siya rin kay bao punon sa ato ang kaugmaon mao nga nining panahon nga kita makasilating mapagsulay mangayo ta niya og tabang tayo kay kanunay aron ay mong hapsay na ato ang pagpanginabuhi nining kanutana it Senyor sa tanan.
MyTV presents Sinulog 2020.
Okay, we're back here at the Cebu City Sports Center after taking a break.
Yes,
Yeah,
a little break.
I took the time to go outside and shoot some pictures. One of the things I love to do is to take some pictures, especially of the Sinulog, especially of the very colorful contingent. So luckily, I was on break when the Mascara Festival of Bacolod had their performance. So I had a fun time. I shot a lot of pictures.
That's really nice. I can't wait to see what photos you have in your camera.
Yeah. So anyway, for this year's Sinulog, we have an increase in the number of participants. We have a total of 31 contingents participating in the Sinulog-based and the free interpretation categories. For Sinulog-based, there are 13 contingents. It's up from 12 last year, and then we also have 18 for the free interpretation from 15 last year. Although we have a little fewer floats, fewer gigantes and puppeteers. No,
we
more
added one
puppeteers.
puppeteers.
Yeah, they're up by one. But then, of course, it is always the quality that matters most.
Quality over quantity.
That's right.
Exactly. So for the floats, from 50 from 2019, we have 43.
Yeah.
The Gigantes, we have 28 last year, but this 2020, we have only 19. But for the Puppeteers, we have 12, because in 2019, we only had 11. So we have a grand total of 105 this 2020.
Yes, while we were on break, I was also going over the messages that were sent to our Facebook page, and we have people viewing from another place in Malaysia.
More countries, like Malaysia,
more
I remember
countries,
us seeing that.
Another place in Saudi Arabia, other parts of the Philippines are also watching and
Yes.
preparing to perform on stage right now is the Pacol Festival of Santa Catalina Negros Oriental. There were a lot of people who were also asking earlier if the Pacol Festival had already presented. So I think this is something to look forward to. These are people from Santa Catalina Negros Oriental. I've passed this place, I think it was last year when I was in Negros. I went to Bayawan, and Santa Catalina is right beside Bayawan. So, well, I've heard much about Santa Catalina before from my friends in the military, from the army. But then it's a different Santa Catalina now.
Okay.
You know, this is one of the rebel-infested areas before.
Okay.
So I think this presentation of the Pacol Festival is proof of the changes that has happened there in the town of Santa Catalina.
Yes, showing the true vibrant side of their place.
That's right.
And their
There's a
people,
lot
yes.
of greenery there, and I think it's what they're gonna
showcase
in their dance presentation. So they're competing in this is a Sinulog-based performance from Santa Catalina. This is the Pacol Festival. So we'll hand you over to the people outside of the grandstand for the presentation of Santa Catalina's Pacol Festival.
Ubos sa Sinulog-based category, contingent number 2, gikan sa lungsod sa Santa Catalina, Negros Oriental, Pacol Festival.
sa daan, tao palanggan. Señor Santo Niño, unang salamat sa kaayo mo. Ay bansang kanunay, simbahon ka ngayon. Santo Niño, Santo Niño,
Festival of Negros. It's like the festival of festivals, also of our neighboring province here in Central Visayas.
It was a very vibrant performance. You could see like they played around with a little bit of colors, but not leaving out their concept of the color green.
That's right. And of course, the tribute to the Santo Niño is there.
Yes.
The reason why they are offering this tribute to the Santo Niño is like their place was hit by pestilence, their crops. That's why they asked for help from the Santo Niño to make their lives better.
And because they did, because he did at the end, they showed a halad towards him.
Yes,
So it's really good. It's a really wonderful performance.
For those who just tuned in, you're watching the live coverage of Sinulog 2020 by MyTV. So you could also watch us live, or you could tell your friends and family who are watching or who are not yet watching that they could log in to www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air, MyTV YouTube channel also. You could also go to the MyTV Cebu Facebook page. And of course, you could also watch us at Channel 30 on Sky Cable TV.
Yes, and this wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. So we would like to thank International Marketing Group IMG, Kaiser International Health Group Incorporated, Kaiser Medical Center, Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporated, De Los Rios Optical, Cebu Land Masters Incorporated, Philippine Airlines, Coast Pacific Manufacturing Corporation, and Hyperactive Entertainment. Maraming salamat.
Speaking of Philippine Airlines, my friend Philippine Airlines, Pinky Magiba Balagtas, commented earlier. I think she's watching our coverage of Sinulog 2020. They're tuned in. A lot of people who have links to Cebu, like people who visit Cebu, people who want to come to the Sinulog. I know somebody who was supposed to fly here, but she could not make it because one of her children got sick, so she had to stay in Pampanga. But they're all excited to come to the Sinulog. Why? Because of all of this, the dances, the parties. Of course, while a lot of people forget, many people who troop to the Basilica.
Yes, that's
for
true.
For the veneration of the image of the Holy Child Jesus.
I remember before I used to wait in a very long line just to see the image of Santo Niño. And it's really a breath of fresh air to see how we think sometimes that our religion is not really as intact compared to before. But every time when Sinulog comes, it just proves how strong we are in terms of our Catholic religion.
That's right. Also during the solemn procession last Saturday,
yes,
that was yesterday, the roads were closed, but then there were millions of people who joined the procession, and they just walked. They were very disciplined. They were there to pray. They were there to venerate the child Jesus. So no pushing, no shoving.
Yeah, they really followed the rules and the guidelines, and they were really all good towards each other, and that's just really great. That's how Sinulog really should be.
That's right. And of course, again, a reminder to all the people who are enjoying or partying outside, please be responsible revelers. Don't throw your trash just anywhere. Follow the instructions of the security people who are around to make sure that you're going to have a safe and secure celebration. And of course, the liquor ban.
Yes.
From it's a 100-meter radius, or not closer than 100 meters to the parade route. So you have to stay far.
And I heard like one of the highlights that everyone is waiting.
I think there have been some changes because on your screen right now, this is the float of the Land Transportation Office.
Yes.
When I saw Stratcom, I knew this was LTO, and I saw all the traffic lights. And I saw all the vehicles. So it's the float of the Land Transportation Office. That's on your screen right now. And in a short while, we were told that the president would be. I understand, yes. And so that there will be more infrastructure projects in Cebu, more things that could help us cope with the growing population, especially our roads. We know traffic is quite bad. You're lucky you don't live here, but you're based in Manila, so you're not really that lucky.
Yeah, this is only a one-time thing, I guess, for Cebu, for it being traffic. But I heard the traffic here has intensified. But at the end of the day, when I come here, it doesn't really affect me that much because Manila traffic is still very horrendous.
Well, we used to be proud of the fact that, you know, in Cebu I can go home, have lunch, have a siesta, then go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my friends do that. They brag about that to people in Manila. Now you eat at home. On your way home, you go out, you go to the mall with your family, you eat there because there's no more time to prepare food when you get home.
Well, hopefully that'll be fixed soon, right? But it's still built
yeah, we're hoping, keeping our fingers crossed.
More halad, more offering to Santo Niño, and it's gonna happen, people.
Yeah, of course. You must also do something.
Yes, of course.
Do your share. Do your little share of making this a better place for all of us and for our visitors.
That's true. I always tell people, even when they do. When everything that happens in terms of the community, it's really not just government, but it's also the business sector and also the people,
It's
the
everyone.
private people.
Yeah.
Like, we all have to work together to make things happen. We cannot just rely on one sector. Everyone has to do their own part and their own share.
That's right.
That's what makes a great community.
Some people say that, oh, I'm just throwing a small piece of trash, but then there's thousands of you who throw that small piece of trash,
Yes.
which could already clog the drainage. So you know, you always keep that in mind.
It's a ripple effect. In fact, there was statistical study about the Philippines, how we had around 53 million trash recorded in 2018, or was it 2019, of the sachets of shampoo alone. So
Yeah.
that doesn't include other plastics involved in terms of affecting our environment. So that's a really shocking amount of number of trash that's just being thrown everywhere. So imagine how big of an effect will it be if you start with yourself and then other people will follow. It's a
Yeah.
very refreshing idea.
Screen right now, you can see Vice Mayor Mike Rama together with Secretary
yeah.
Martin Andanar. So that means the President
be coming soon.
he should be here soon. So it's a good sign, because a lot of people are also waiting, because it will only be after the President that we're gonna have the grand fireworks also that will close the Sinulog parade.
Festival, yes. But I wonder, Nimrod, do you have any idea how many people came in as of now in terms of
As of
watching
now,
the show?
there's no word yet as
There's
to
no
the
word.
number. No word from the police. Of course, our friends from the Freeman newsroom are always updating us with what is
Yes.
happening. There's a lot of them who are watching us there, my former colleagues at the Freeman. So I know how tough it is to cover the Sinulog. And I've been doing that for so many years. I spent like almost 30 years of my life.
And
there.
imagine how tougher it is now that there's no signal.
Yes. Well,
In every
there was a
area.
time when there wasn't even cellular phones. They were already covering the Sinulog.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's see. The people can always adjust as to how they're gonna go about their daily
Anyways.
lives in any situation. You can see the jump-packed grandstand. No people are standing because there's a lot of security around.
Yeah.
I think they announced that there's gonna be a lockdown. So Mayor Edgar Labella is also here. He's the guy talking to Secretary Martin Andanar. So and there were a lot of other personalities who I saw outside, including PRO 7 Director Val de Leon was there together with a lot of officers and the PSG. There were also stars from the movies, from TV, but unfortunately I don't know many of them.
There was Jericho Rosales. I remember I saw him in the M. Lumiere float.
Yeah.
And as what I heard was the Bini Bini Pilipinas reigning queens were also in the Pizza Hut float, which passed
Yes,
by a while ago.
I saw them, Gazini.
Gazini Ganados.
Yeah, she was there together with a few other beauty queens. So the Sinulog is actually a celebration where people would come to join the Cebuanos, to party with us, to venerate the child Jesus.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's the one beat, one dance, one vision, right?
That's the slogan of the Sinulog.
Yes.
And now we have a lull here at the Cebu City Sports Center. That only means one thing. We're waiting for the President. He might be coming in soon. So we'll know that because we'll have vehicles with their lights on coming in, maybe from the Pedro Rosario entrance of the Cebu City Sports Center. So
And a lot of people are really waiting to see what the president has to say, especially since it's his first appearance as president here in Sinulog 2020.
I remember he was also here during the opening of the Philippine National Games in 2018.
Yeah.
So we sat at the grandstand with him. I had a photo opportunity with him, being one of the commissioners then of the Cebu City and the Cebu Provincial Sports Commissions. So I had a chance to have a photo with the president during the opening of the PNG. And we're gonna have some photo sessions also later. They were calling people who are scheduled to have pictures with the president, but they did not call our name, so we're probably not
I
listed.
was about to say, like, can we be part of it? Like, please. I always wanted a photo with the president.
Well, he can't say no to a beautiful lady like you.
Oh, no. He cannot say no because I'm not even near him to even ask. So he cannot answer at all.
Yeah. So later on, we're gonna see the provincial government delegation again dance. I saw some of my friends, some department heads from Capitol, Bernard Calderon, there was Wilson Ramos. They were all in their costumes. I asked them, what are you doing here? Are you gonna dance again? They said, yes, we're gonna dance again. I think it's part of the finale later on. So we see a lot of people in public service who are doing something else also for this Sinulog celebration.
But for you, Nimrod, what was one of the highlights so far during the Sinulog 2020? While we're live streaming right now, like what's the most memorable thing that has happened on stage that you can recall?
I would say that the presence of the Mascara Festival of Bacolod was something really nice because it's a gesture that while we are competing with the other provinces, other cities in terms of the popularity of our festivals, we could all be together.
Yes.
We are one Filipino nation. Yeah, okay, we have distinction. We have Cebuano, Ilonggo, we have
People from
Waray,
Manila,
we have
Ilocano.
Tagalog, Ilocano, Bicolano.
This goes
But
on.
we are all one Filipino people.
Yes.
As you said earlier, one beat, one dance. I think the fact that the Mascara Festival was here, they presented on stage, they showed us what it is. It will also bring more Cebuanos to Bacolod.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
true.
a lot of us have heard of the Mascara Festival. We saw it probably online. We saw some pictures, but it's different when you see the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was also very good because now I really want to go to Bacolod for the Mascara Festival. Although I'm going there sometime February for the Philippine Airlines Interclub Golf Tournament. Yeah.
One of our sponsors.
Yeah. And they're gonna fly you back to Manila. I think they should fly you more often back to Cebu.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
love Cebu. It's really my home.
That's right. And
Very much
the
so.
Sinulog, of course, is one reason why a lot of Cebuanos schedule their trips home in January
Yes.
instead of December. So they come here because they want to enjoy. They want to reconnect with friends and family. Festival, the Sinulog.
And Nimrod, it's true what you. It's not just for Cebuanos, but it's all for Filipinos around the nation of the Philippines because the culture or the history of Sinulog really goes back way back to 1521 when Queen Juana received the Santo Niño, and that marks history of us accepting Christianity in our culture, in the Philippine culture.
You know, one country I was waiting. Somebody from Spain would post that, hey, I'm watching from Spain.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
so remarkable.
I don't know. Maybe I'll check again.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe there are new people who are tuned in.
But you know what's another amazing thing that's very memorable for me today was when we saw the Korean contingent perform.
Yes.
I was so amazed. I
The
didn't even
Taiguk.
know. You know, I haven't been back to Sinulog. I haven't been back here in Cebu to celebrate Sinulog for like 2 years. So I didn't know that there were international contingents already coming here to the Philippines and performing, and it absolutely blew my mind. And you mentioned to me before that there was also a Brazil contingent, right?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think there were other international contingents that also came here because they wanted to feel the Sinulog vibe. And also, the people who organize the Sinulog, they've been all over the world also.
That's true.
To look at what other festivals are doing so that they could also apply what they have learned or those things that are applicable to us
Yes.
for the Sinulog. So it's good to learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why Sinulog is doing so well even after how many years? It's already been 40 years, right? Since we've been starting like the parade to show our offering to the Senior Santo Niño, and that's 1980, and it's still going strong until now.
And now we have these giant LED screens that are enhancing the backdrop
know.
of the dancers. So it's really wonderful. The feeling of being outside. You know, we're inside here at our temporary studio at the gymnastics room of the Cebu City Sports Center. But during our breaks, we go out. We try to feel the vibe. We try to feel the beat. We try to feel the whole environment
Yes.
of the party feeling of being in Sinulog 2020?
Wow, it must really give you like an astonishment feeling, like how it's really different from before, from 1980s, because Nimrod actually experienced the very first Sinulog. So imagine how many years he's seen Sinulog evolve to what it is now.
And you make me feel very old.
No, you're not.
Just kidding.
You're not very old. You're just very wise.
Yeah,
Totally different.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of Sinulogs. Of course, every year, well, they say that, oh, it's gonna be the same thing every year. It's gonna be the same dancing contingent. It's gonna be the same winners. But then there are always surprises that come our way.
Surprises.
Yeah.
I was surprised with the Korean contingent swaying
Yeah.
his head around, just turning this ball of some sort.
Yeah, I saw them walking in. They were already out of their costumes.
Oh.
But nobody was holding his or her neck because they were like doing this the whole time.
I think that's gonna be us though. Like while we're turning it, all of a sudden we're just gonna stop and then hold our neck. Just trying to survive.
Yeah, by the way, if you see not too many people walking around, except I think there's a lockdown. Before the arrival of the president, nobody can go out. That's why they announced earlier, if you need to go somewhere, if you need to go to the restroom or buy something,
Do it now.
do it now because there's going to be a lockdown before the president arrives. That's a standard operating procedure.
Yes.
It's part of the security protocol.
Security purposes, yeah. And you cannot leave the premises until the president leaves first.
Yes.
Yes.
Even if you don't belong to the same political party.
Oh my God.
Anyway, we're here for the Sinulog, not for politics. So we hope that you enjoyed our live coverage here on MyTV. And we would like to remind our audience that you could share with your friends that they could watch us live on www.livestream.com/mytv30/on-air. Also on the MyTV YouTube channel and the MyTV Cebu Facebook page. We are also on channel 30 of Sky Cable TV, and I think it's channel 28 on Parasat Cable in Northern Mindanao.
Yes, and please continue to share to your friends about what's happening in Sinulog 2020. The experience is for everyone, and how great it would be for you to share it to the world. And of course, like also put some of your comments and your likes there. Interact with us because we would love to see you. And trust me, we are definitely looking at your comments through Nimrod's phone because mine is not really working. But like if you want to make a shout out or you have questions to ask, we will definitely help you bring it to the camera. And also, yes?
Well, you know, just something just struck me. You danced in the Sinulog before as a festival queen.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so you walked the whole route.
Yes, I
for
did.
that. So how did you prepare? I mean, this is an insight for the participants. Like for us watching, it's nice to watch. Oh, they're so colorful. They're so graceful, and then they're smiling. But then, if you're a participant, you're the one dancing. How do you prepare and how do you feel?
Well, first of all, I think the feeling could be both things. It could either be you're very excited or you're very scared. But you can really use that energy and just give a really good performance. So I think that's one of the two feelings, actually both of those feelings I felt when I joined Sinulog Festival Queen 2013. I actually came from a family full of dancers. So ever since I was young, I was already dancing. But my first Sinulog Festival experience was in 2013 when I represented Tribu Himagalaw Placer Masbate. But when I danced with San Diego Dance Company, when we were wearing like those really nice white ball gowns and it looked like angels, and that really taught me how to really carry myself as a festival queen. So Tito Val, Tita Boging, thank you so much for teaching me that. I still owe you so much because that has changed my life forever. And I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to practice, preparation, and also believing in yourself and also really doing it for the Santo Niño.
Because, you know, it really amazes me. I'm an athlete. I do a lot of sports. I still do a few sports now at my age. But but then the stamina of the dancers, you know, to walk. The route is, I think, about 6 kilometers long or shorter. But then anyway, if you walk the route, you just walk, it's already tiresome.
Yes.
But if you walk in a costume, it's gonna be more tiresome. If you walk with a costume and dance also, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, well, being a dancer, it's also a sport in itself. I mean, there's really a lot of physical training towards it too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I always feel like there's this feeling that you get like when you're really just dancing for Santo Niño, you're just in the zone. You know, you have like this tunnel vision. Like if you really are passionate with what you're doing, it won't really affect you in a way that it would affect other people because you're just so into it. You're so in the moment.
Well, yeah, just like athletes, when they are competing, they shut everything off.
And it's
they're just
court,
there for the competition.
for the game.
Yeah.
And the best part about it is that we're all united. Even like it's like sports.
Yeah.
You know, there's good what do you call that, teamwork, and everybody has really good sportsmanship. It's the same way also with dancing. Because even though if we're all doing this for the halad, it's still a competition, right? But then you see everyone appreciating each other's performances, everyone really enjoying each other, smiling, and just having a good time.
Yeah, another thing that also amazes me is how the choreographers are putting everything together. You know, there's so many elements to put. When you're cooking, you have ingredients, you know how long, but then dancing is a totally different thing. Like if you look at the stage, it's so huge.
Yes.
And there's something happening here, something happening here, something happening in the middle, something happening at the back, something happening in front. I mean, that is a talent in itself to put all of those things together.
It definitely is. And you have to have like a vision, and you have to know how to structure out that vision. And it takes practice, it takes time. Some people are naturally talented in doing that, and there's some they learned it through experience. And kudos to the choreographers who really did an amazing job this Sinulog 2020.
Yeah, I understand the choreographers are also getting prizes separate from the tribes or the contingents. They're given those awards for what they have done. Because it's not easy to put all of these things together. Yeah.
And you know what else also is very interesting? How some choreographers, not only that they're choreographing the whole performance, but they're also joining it too. Like there's some that they would actually join the contingent in performing.
Okay.
And that's really amazing. So imagine they're hitting all birds with one stone.
Yeah, I remember our classmates in high school who were the best dancers. They stay in front and everybody follows them. What they
Oh, a perfect example.
But this is different. Yeah.
The perfect example is Val and Val San Diego.
Yeah, they're there. They choreographed it, and they're there. They're part of the contingent. They're part of the dance, and of course, Val is Val. The San Diego Dance.
Val San Diego.
Dance Company is the San Diego Dance Company. You say it with a little reverence
the
when you
most
mention the name.
respected dance company in Cebu, and who knows? I think even in the whole country.
So, the lights are on. The sun is starting to set. It's almost 6 o'clock. And we're waiting for the president to arrive. I think we're now on lockdown.
Yeah.
So nobody's allowed to move around. Except for those with official functions.
I think he's arriving at any moment because you could see the chairs already prepared
That's right.
in front of the stage for all of the VIPs who are coming to join with President Rodrigo Duterte. So yes. But I'm just so curious what he's going to talk about.
Well, that's always something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the host on stage right now is Vince Escario
Yes.
of Bantayan. Yeah. And
He's been hosting for many years.
Yeah,
amazing.
We used to work together at Freeman.
Oh.
We used to play volleyball together for our team. So we go a long way with this guy. Sam also was a former colleague in media. He was with another TV station while I was with another TV station when I was doing news during my younger years.
I remember the first few times that I hosted when I was still starting off. I actually partnered with him a few times in hosting, and I remembered getting every single detail about how hosting should be done, and he just really taught me a lot, like a lot of information, and kudos to him for doing that.
Yeah, and they're now recognizing the celebrities at the grandstand. They just called Commissioner Mon Fernandez of the Philippine Sports Commission. Well, Mon is from Maasin, but he lives here. He's always with his wife Carla Quintanar, who's Cebuana. Carlos family is from Argao, and then well, they're always together. I always see them around. I see them even on social media. So that's how they are, and very staunch supporters of the administration of the president.
And the mayor is also here, Mayor Labella, and
Yes.
also Vice Mayor Rama, right?
Yeah,
Mike Rama.
The reason why Mayor Edgar Labella was not allowed to dance
With
earlier,
Gwen Garcia, right?
Yes,
Governor
although
Gwen.
he practiced. He said, no, I practice, but then it's an instruction of the presidential management staff that, he has to be ready anytime during the Sinulog celebration, because when the president would come, he has to be there since he's the host mayor. He cannot stop
true.
in the middle of his dance, and meet the president. So, other contingents that we're expecting to see on stage later on will be the Lapu-Lapu City government.
Oh, my hometown.
Your hometown.
Yes.
The Paho Elementary School and the Paho National High School. This is also the home barangay of now Lapu-Lapu City Mayor Junard Ahong Chan. Yeah, he's
Yes.
from Barangay Paho, former barangay captain of Paho. Then we also have Kulturang Panglawanon of Panglao, Bohol. They'll be presenting later on. Then there's also Tribo Pintaflores of San Carlos City. The Pintaflores Festival is also one of those must-watch festivals of the Philippines. Aside from the dancing, I know that because I have friends who go there to play football.
Oh,
They also have the Pintaflores Football Festival.
okay.
And then the city of Karkar, I think this is one of the winners last year.
Yeah.
They'll be presenting later on. And they'll be followed by another favorite, Tangob City Sinanduloy
yes.
Cultural Troupe.
Wow,
That's
I
of
remember.
Tangob Misamis Occidental.
I remember Tangob City won Sinulog Festival Queen in the year 2014.
And then the last dancing contingent will be the La Castellana Bailes de Luces of La Castellana Negros Occidental. So we have contingents coming from Bohol, from Negros, from
Tangob.
Mindanao, coming over for Sinulog. And, these contingents spend a lot of money just to practice alone. Just thinking of feeding the people, transporting them to the venue. That's a lot of money being spent. But then, this is a tribute.
Yes.
Yeah, to the Santo Niño.
It's all worth it.
Yes. Although there's big cash prizes for the winners, but then the effort, you cannot monetize that. There's no
Yes.
money value
That's
for the
true.
effort that you put
That's
in
true.
for Sinulog, to dance in the Sinulog. I'm sure after your Sinulog experience in 2013, you probably slept half a day or the whole
1
day?
week.
1 week, okay.
After carrying that heavy address, I definitely needed like a lot of rest.
Yeah, that's also something that's kind of hard to figure out, how the festival queens bring or carry those heavy costumes around the parade route.
Well, at the end of the day, it also depends on the designers how they make the headdress and also the back dress, and also what materials do they use.
Do they also put wheels underneath just to help you? No, but it would
maybe
hamper you
some.
from dancing.
Maybe some.
Well, I heard Vince just recognize Mr. David Boy Odilao. We call him Kuya Boy. He's regarded as the father of the Sinulog. The story is, Boy Odilao is not from Cebu. I think he's from Leyte. But when he came here with the Bureau of Customs, and he said, why don't we have our own festival? Because Iloilo already had its Ati-Atiha, Kaliba already had, there's Ati-Atiha, and there was already Dinagyang before the Sinulog.
Yes.
And we have the original Santo
Santo
Niño.
Niño.
So, that's it. We should have our own. So he started it, and this is what it is now. I'm sure, like a doting father, he probably sits back and looks at the Sinulog today and says, wow, this is what I started 40 years ago.
It's really nice, huh?
Yeah.
To make history.
So we also have another very, something that people look forward to, the contingent from IPI. They have several gigantes coming. They also have we also have a lot of floats that are still to pass the Cebu City Sports Center, including the float of the Bureau of Fire Protection Region 7. I know their regional director, Colonel Dolot. I saw him, I think, Friday. Yeah, together with some officers from the Bureau of Fire. So let's see what they have installed. Even there's also BJMP Region 7. These are the jail guards.
Yeah.
So they also have a float. That's among the contingents for Sinulog. So, Jamie.
Yes.
This year, what do you think is different from the previous Sinulogs that you experienced? What have you seen so far?
Well, you know what? I haven't been back in a very long time, and most of my experiences, I remember, first of all, I didn't remember an LED background, but I did remember it a few years ago. But when I was competing, there really wasn't that much tech into the whole event, and to see it like how it is now and how more organized it is now and safer it is now, it really has improved for me. I think it's really good how people are more aware how to be more clean and better towards treating others when they're around the streets or when they're around each other. And it just shows that with proper guidelines, rules, and regulations, you can have fun and then also be a good citizen and be a good tourist.
Yeah, I just hope there won't be any drunk people left on the streets, unlike in the previous years, like they sleep on the road or on the sidewalk and stay there until morning. Where are your friends? Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So if you can't take it anymore, enjoy in moderation.
Yes, I think when you drink, you have to do proper pacing. And when you feel you're about to get hit by the drink or about to get lasing, as much as possible, try to avoid getting to that point, because then you're just not affecting yourself, but you're also affecting other people. And where's the fun in that?
Yeah,
right?
with everybody having their own camera, I mean, they could catch you in a video and it will become viral, not for the good, not for the good reason, but for the bad reason. So just be careful.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So,
I'm beginning to sound like a dad, but then that's how I am also.
No, it's fine. I agree with
should
you.
be disciplined.
If you're sounding like a dad, then I'm sounding like a mom, and I'm only 25. So, yeah.
So okay, we're still waiting. I think they're doing the final announcements just to stretch the time, just to do some ad-libs while waiting for the president.
Yes.
Just like what we're doing here, we're trying to talk sense into our coverage.
Actually, you know what's one thing that I would want to throw out there is the fact that there are so many activities happening right now in Sinulog 2020. There's floats, there's gigantes, there's puppeteers, there's dancing from...
are available for people who would like to enjoy the Sinulog in the comfort of their homes.
Yes.
And another friend, John Taladua, is also here, and he says that it's very important that I have to say hi to his mother-in-law. I know, John is a very good guy. So I would like to assure his mother-in-law, Elizabeth Erasga, that your daughter married a good man.
You left out a really nice comment there for you. He said, Nim, you look good pala in black.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. I think I look better because I have a very beautiful co-host here.
Thank you. I think we look good because of a really nice MyTV t-shirt.
Yeah.
Go to MyTV Cebu on Facebook and YouTube, and then you can definitely find all of the live streaming that we are doing now.
Okay, and Alvin says, say hi to my classmates from grade school. Hi to all of you, Batch 81 of USC South.
Hi.
And now this is the convoy of the president that's coming in.
It's finally
so
coming.
we'll just annotate what's happening while we're waiting for him to go up.
Yeah.
So the presidential convoy, it's always required to have an ambulance. There's
That's
always a
true.
need for an ambulance in the presidential convoy. So all other cars, that's where his security and his staff are. So he's about to go down. So that's the presidential security group there. Taking one look at the place before they call him Code 1.
Yes.
Code 1 because he's the president, before he goes out. So they make sure that everything is safe once he goes out.
Yeah, they did a lot of security check just to make sure that the president is safe at all times when he's here.
There he is.
And I think that's Senator Bongo also with him. Senator Bongo is also with him. And there is
he's
President.
met by RD of TRO7, Police Brigadier General Val de Leon. There's Governor Gwen and Mayor Ed Labella
They're all
meeting the
greeting
president.
yes.
Yeah,
and
and-
Senator Bongo is also with President Rodrigo Duterte.
Yeah, and there's Mike Dino from the SHS Batch 85 Foundation.
You also see Gwen Garcia a while ago. She was welcoming the president in her outfit during her performance a while
Right,
ago.
they're gonna perform
For
again
Sinulog,
later on.
Yes.
They're gonna perform again later on. They're back in. So they're playing the presidential song, the song that they play once he arrives at the venue.
And he's already going up on the stage.
That's right.
And they just announced the president. And he's about to make his speech right now for all of the people in the grandstand.
And I like his gesture. He bows to the people.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he's such a simple man, which really shows that he's very simple, very calm, and very welcoming towards the people.
and,
Very humble.
Yeah, there he is with Secretary Mike Dino, the presidential assistant for the Visayas. And when you talk to him, he really speaks in Cebuano. If he knows you're from Cebu, he speaks in Cebuano.
Yes, that's true.
And he calls you Bay, just like you're you're good friends.
I think Gloria Diaz was also there. You see her on the right side of the screen wearing black. That's also Gloria Diaz. She was formerly Miss Universe.
That's right. On the year I was born.
1969?
69. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
think.
Oh, you're right. I got my pageant history right.
Governor Gwen Garcia.
Okay, so
Governor
we'll
Gwen.
turn you over
When she first
to
became
those who are
governor,
on stage
she has
or
always
at the
graced
stage,
Sinulog stage
because this
every
is
year
going to be the
to
contingent
offer a dance of
that danced
thanksgiving
earlier,
to our beloved
and the
Senor
president will be
Santo
watching
Niño.
them.
May we
Together with the
request,
board
We hope you all enjoy.
may we request the Alcoy Siloy Festival to please go back to their standby area. May we call on Cebu City Mayor Edgardo Labella for his welcome remarks.
Members of the Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of Congress, local chief executives, members of the clergy, chief executives, fellow Cebuanos, fellow workers in government, guests, tourists who are present, good evening, maayong gabi kanatong tanan. Mr. President, on behalf of the people of the city of Cebu and all the Cebuanos, dako kayong pasalamat, Mr. President, namo. Nga bisan unsa nimo kabisi running the affairs of the state, imo gitaong gitagaaghigayon ang pagduaw ning imong mga igsuon nga mga Sugbuanon dinhi sa dakbayan sa Cebu. Mr. President, dunay giingon sa in English nga love begets love. Ang gugma, tugbangan o gugma. Kining gugma nga imong gipakita kanamong tanan dinhi sa Sugbo, amo gayong tugbangan o gugma, Mr. President, diha kanimo ang among mga kasing-kasing puno sa kalipay ug kahinangop nga imo gitawon ming giduaw dinhi sa dakbayan sa Sugbo. After all, Mr. President, naaman say dugo nimong Sugboanon nga naglatay-latay sa imong kaugatan. Kay Sugboanon mansad ka, Mr. President. So again, welcome, Mr. President, na imo kaming giduyugan sa dakong kahinangop ug kalipay nga niya ka, meaning importante namo na selebrasyon sa pagsaulog sa Fiesta Senior. Salamat, Mr. President, ug maayong gabi kanimo.
Daghang salamat. Thank you very much, Mayor Edgardo Labella. Let us now witness two Sinulog dance performances. Starting with one of the top winners of the Pasigarbo sa Cebu 2019, the Siloy Festival of the Municipality of Alcoy. Dancing with the Municipality of Alcoy contingent is the Cebu Governor, who has always graced the Sinulog Grand Stage to dance in thanksgiving to our Señor Santo Niño. Ladies and gentlemen, together with the Capital Department heads and the members of the Cebu Provincial Board, dancing with Alcoy's Siloy Festival, Governor Gwendolyn Garcia.
This is where you belong. Let's celebrate. This is how it goes.
Ang atong kalasangan, bahandi nga gikan sa kahitasan. Apan dili kalikayan, daghan ang magdagman, pinaagi sa pagpangubol sa kakahuyan.
Uy, Pao! Hununga ka ng imong pagpamutol sa mga kakahuyan.
Uy, kinsa man kang magbuot nako, walay mo bandlong nako, pahawa dire.
Sakit! Nasunog ako! Papa!
Tabang! Tabangi ko! Luwas ako aning sunog nga mukutlo sa akong kinabuhi.
Andam akong mutabang kanimo sa usa ka kondisyon. Ani ay usa ka kahoy. Mao kini ang muhatag og bag-ong kinabuhi niining naguba nga kalasangan. Palambua kini aron mahibalik ang kanindot sa atong kalasangan.
Oo, ako
man ang buhaton.
Ampingan ta og luwason ang kalasangan nga mabungahon.
Mga katawang mahigit maon sa langang talaksaon. Sungkuma ang iyang kapanya, ang sa siloy nga napanawa. Siloy na pagano'y makabuhay sa kakabon. Ang mga huli na katagay pahanday sa kakalakoy. Ang pinakaon mahalin kalasanang pagkakaon. Hanggang grabe ko pagkasa sa kalitas na. Sa kalinas siya mananaw ka ng usap. Sa bumutog manunhaw, putad na saglas sa mga dahon. Limaan na siya gawas nun. Kabukiray atong panalitan. Aron ang kung sa silo'y kanunay mabat. Kanunay mabat. Silo'y na manano'y makabuhay sa katapon. Ang mga huli na katagay mahanay sa pagkakalakoy. Ang pinakaon mahalay kalasanang pagkakaon. Hanggang nagkapi mo pagkasa sa kalikasan.
Daghang salamat. Thank you very much, Governor Gwen Garcia, the provincial and capital officials, and the municipality of Alcoy. We will now have the second dance presentation by one of the competing contingents, Lumad Basakanon of Cebu City.
Kiniubos sa free interpretation category, contingent number 14, Lumad Basakanon sa Barangay Basak San Nicolas. Og nangulo ni maong delegation sila si Vice Mayor Mike Rama og Konsehal Edu Rama.
We would just like to inform everyone that our next group to perform is a competing contingent. Representing Barangay Basak San Nicolas. Earlier on, ladies and gentlemen, we witnessed the provincial governor of the province of Cebu, Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, perform along with the provincial board members and the department heads of the provincial capital. And in a very short while, we will witness the presentation of one of our competing contingents, the much awaited and anticipated multi-awarded group, Lumad Basakanon. Head of Delegation, Vice Mayor Michael Rama. Ladies and gentlemen, competing in the free interpretation category, Lumad Basakanon. Daghang salamat. Thank you very much, Lumad Basakanon. Again, we would like to inform the viewing public that the performance of Lumad Basakanon is being judged as they are officially part of the Sinulog 2020 Ritual Showdown competition.
Okay, we're back here after the two presentations. Yeah. First was by Alcoy, a repeat performance of what they did early this morning. And it had Governor Gwendolyn Garcia dancing, of course, before she joined the president on the VIP area of the grandstand.
Yes.
Yeah. And then afterwards, we had the Lumad Basakanon, who we were looking for earlier. Where was
whole
Lumad?
day.
Yeah,
And it explains so much because I guess they were waiting until the president arrived before they
That's
were
right.
going
I
to
think
perform.
they adjusted their schedule. So all others are still stuck outside the Cebu City Sports Center.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And wow, their performance was so upbeat and so crisp, and it was just flawless. Don't you think so?
Yeah, right. Perfect. I love Lumad Basakanon. I
Yeah.
always enjoy watching their presentations. I think the president is about to speak. I heard the MC call Secretary Mike Dino to introduce the president. So we'll turn you back to what's happening on stage.
Salamat pamindo. Lingkod ay. Ni ako'y duha ka pages nga in English magod. Ako hinahinayan pagbasa sa Binisaya. But I have to acknowledge the presence of the Presidential Assistant, Michael Lloyd Dino, and the other members of the Cabinet, Senator Bongo, Cebu Provincial Governor Gwendolyn Garcia, officers and members of the Sinulog Foundation, mga pinangga akong subuunan, akong mga kadugo, maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. In English man pero binisay una ko, manikamot ko. Dako ang akong kalipay nga makigulog-hulog kaninyo ang ako maigsoong Cebuano sa atong selebrasyon sa Sinulog. Usa ka dakong honor nako to be a part of the much-awaited world-famous event over the years that has become a definitive symbol of spirit and vibrancy of the prosperity of Cebuanos. Tinuod yun na. Ang karon ang Cebu ni progreso nagmaayo. Ang inyong problema na lang rin ang inyong transportation. Ang mobility ninyo lisod. Tungod sa kadaan sa syudad, daan na kayo ng syudad ninyo. Unya, dili ta maka-expand sa ano nga building nga nagko, kanang easement ba tawag di mo, kanang margin, o sa papel pa. So, pangitaan ninyong paagi, parihaso na lang ninyo sa Manila. You cannot expand anymore. And even if you pera sa train, o imas transportation ninyo, mas maayog. Gamay lang man ang makuha na. Pero it's either train or sa taas mo. Diri na lang sa taas. Mas gwapo ang technology karon paspas. Diri sa taas ang inyong bagong mga daan. Wala mo'y daan nga rin sa ubos. Magsige mo glalis, magsige mo away, tungod og asa og agi, kay gamay gyud ang daran. Because Cebu is an old city. Di man ni pareha karon mga jensan nga gidagko gyud ang because naabtan sa bag-ong pamaagi sa gobyerno. kaning Cebu, wala pa din atong gobyerno na inyong daan. So, when it became a city, Cebu, and then metropolitan city, mo ginang nagbagkahugot mo. Kinahanglan, sundo na lang ninyong Manila na ay mga technology na buhaton unta sa EDSA. Galing lang kay bag-o pa kong presidente ni Addo, unya ang akong mga tao nangayo og emergency powers. Kanang emergency powers delikado na sa corruption kay walay bidding, sige ka lang pamalit. Siyempre, paliton mo ka ng mga bahal yun nga butang na makasugakod sa mga proyekto di asdalan. Taas na yan. But then, one lady senator started to talk about corruption. Ingon siya kanang kwarta, dako kayo ng makuha na ka emergency powers. Unya, ang corruption, basig mo tulod. So, ang pagkumandoon, ingon na lang ko, sige, kung may saling, okay lang. Ako, mote bali. Muna na ninguha kung aris taas. Ang Manila sa taas, so, napit na. Mga di pa kamot Disyembre karong tuiga, humana na tanan. Ako silang giingnan, sama po sa ibuhat na ko sa Cebu. Nga di ko gusto nga na ay proyekto nga mabilin. Karon ang ilang sulti nga itagaan ko nilang emergency powers, basig tinarong itanan, dili na ko makompleto ang EDSA og 2 years ang akong nabilin sa akong termino. I could not finish even if a third of what I intend to do, and I do not want to go out of the presidency na trabaho nga wa mahuman. Kay sugdan ko na di na matapot og 2 ka tuig ingnon ko sa mga tao matanawa si Duterte. Nigawa sa pagka-presidente, nagkahuman ang termino, na daghang kwartang gihatag, tanawa ang mga proyekto wa mahuman. Kay gigat ko, gibulsa na niya ang muna'y kadaot niya. So, big off na ko. Dari na lang ko sa taas, maningkamot ko nga mahuman ng mga connector sa ron diretso-diretso na. It will improve tremendously traffic in Manila. And I suggest that you do it here. Ayaw na mo anang kita. It's either train lang, kanang commuter nga simple lang. Just like Taiwan, if you have been there, it's just a small train that runs across the city. Makasugod mo train, basta makaabot mo sa 2 years.